Gotta hope that didn't get transferred over.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen? Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 194th episode of Screaming Into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. I apologize, folks, for the lateness. I apologize for the lightness of streams this week and the absence of abyssal musings and all of that shit. It has been a week. That's all I'm going to say about it. We're here now, though. And my name, for those of you who don't know, is Samuel the Infamous. Joining me today, we have, from the top of the show for once, probably just because we were super late, Devil made me do it.
Actually, I'm Devil was a whore today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Grant decided to change our names. Yeah, happy to be here.
You know you don't have to leave it like that, right?
I know, but I forgot to change it.
Laziness is that idle hands are the devil's work, and his hands are certainly idle.
Oh, man. We also have joining us Caucasian Sasquatch.
How did you know?
How did I know it was you? I just know, bro. I know what you smell like through the internet.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, dude. You know, I've been eating a little bit of roast.
Right?
There
You
was
should
one
get that
really
looked at, man.
rancid
I don't
salmon.
think that's okay.
Hey,
Nice.
what do you know? You're not a general practitioner. You're a big squiddy guy. Goes.
No, I'm just a dude who can smell death through the screen.
He's not wrong.
We also have joining us Shadow of Hawk.
Howdy, y'all. Glad to be back.
He's in his cowboy arc.
He must be. He must be.
I've
And,
said howdy and y'all for fucking years. Bite me.
Yeah.
He's getting
And,
feisty, ain't he?
He's
A little sassy.
Yeah.
Goddamn kids.
He got put in charge of a bunch of other, little dudes in matching outfits, and for some reason he confuses us with them.
Wait, is he in marching
Oh,
band?
playtime.
Oh, you moved up in ROTC, huh?
Oh, wait, no. He's playing like army men with like the little green army men.
G.I. Joe.
You know what? I bet Sasquatch that is the comment that rankles him the most, is the fact that you compared him to Army.
Little green dudes. out
Actually,
there.
yeah.
Like, there's the one with the bazooka, the one with the LMG.
Hold on. Little known fact, Army is actually an acronym. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Army. Ain't
Did
ready
you know
to
that
be a
your
Marine
mom
yet.
is not an acronym?
I didn't hear what you said because I was too busy dissing the Army.
Your mama's not an acronym. It just means your mama.
Yeah, no
Yo,
more.
mama.
Right. And also joining us from all the way across the pond, where it appears a revolution might be brewing, Abe.
Howdy.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to have you back. All right, folks. Like I said at the top of the show, I am sorry that we're late. It's there was some unavoidable things. I had to take a giant shit. It is what it is.
What did you name it?
I was getting hibachi.
I named it Falcor.
Samuel Jr.
I was hoping it would bring me luck.
It was my luck dump.
It was big enough to ride, so
Oh my god! I mean, just got a new scene for the comic book, bro.
Oh God, this is how we start the show off, right?
I don't know
bastard
about
love
all
child
starting
between
it off.
Falcor the Luck Dragon and Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Howdy ho.
I don't know if y'all can tell. I don't know if y'all can tell out there in the chat in the infinite expanse of the internet. But Sasquatch and I have been streaming together for a while.
No, I was young and needed the money.
Like what? 4 years? Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Give or
Really?
take. Well, I'm
Yeah.
coming up on I think
Shit,
towards
dude.
the very end of year 5 of
So-
doing this nonsense. So yeah.
Yeah,
So that means
because
I've been streaming with Dusty for pushing on like 5 or 6 years because I was
Yeah.
streaming with him before me and you hooked up, right?
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
For a while,
yeah, because Squatch, I think you started hanging out with Sam like 6 months after I started hanging out with him, and I started
Yeah.
hanging out with him about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yep.
Episode
and I
15.
moved right up that echelon like I was fucking belonging over here. I was
Oh,
correct.
right.
Got us together, little green army guy.
Indeed. So
Yeah, no, it actually does
Anywho.
rankle me. Stop calling me fucking Army. It actually does rankle me.
I know.
It actually does bother me. It actually does bother me that you're calling me a garrison force. I'm
Anywho.
expeditionary. I'm amphibious.
All right,
Fuck
I'm
you.
muting him now. We got the point. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to say something here.
Navy bitch.
Welcome in, everybody. We are currently live on 2 separate YouTube channels, Samuel the Infamous and Caucasian Sasquatch. We're also live on Twix and Rumble. If you're in any of those places, drop a comment. Let us know you're here. Yada, yada. I got to get all this shit out at the top of the show, Shadow, and you make it very difficult. More difficult than it
welcome.
has to be. So shut the fuck up for a minute. I got to do the shilling shit. And the greetings and all of that nonsense. Also, you'll notice pinned in the Rumble and YouTube chats, Give Send Go link for our friend Gal and her brother. We're still shilling that. Yep, Neil hasn't moved since the last time I said something about it. So, please do help out if you can. If you can't, please do share it out, get the word out. We are, I think, at 4,310 currently of 6K, which is, as Give Send Goes go, not that much. So I'm going to continue to shill this until either we hit the mark or Gal herself tells me to knock the fuck off, which she may.
Hold on,
I
I'm
was
gonna
actually
fix
supposed to
it.
have a conversation with her here
Maybe
recently
we should
about
lie about it.
that. We could, I guess.
We
I
can
don't know.
say that it's like we get us a picture of a kitty cat and say it's to save this cute little kitty. Wait, no, that's fraud. Damn it. All the good ideas
Yeah.
are illegal.
No, the only
Yeah.
way you can get away with fraud these days is by stabbing someone.
I'm not brown enough.
Democrat or Somali. I mean, that's just a free pass to just take money.
See, like I said, I'm not brown enough. I'm mostly white, and the part of me that isn't white, everybody just assumes is drinking by the side of the highway with a feather in his cap. So,
True story.
it is what it is. We're going to start with the casual self-racism today. Anywho,
Wait,
Which I hate everybody
that's why you
equally.
can't. You know why that's why it's illegal to pick up beer cans on the side of the highway, right? It's because they're Indian artifacts.
Wait, run
No.
that by me again.
I said it's illegal to pick up beer cans on the side of the highway because
Oh
they're
my
Indian
God.
artifacts.
You live on a reservation, don't you, you bitch?
I've been to several. I don't currently live on one.
Christ.
Anywho, like I said, casual racism mostly directed at me and my people. That said, let's say hello to the chat real quick before I forget, because I will if we keep going down this route. We've got Ardent Party in first. Welcome in. I'm surprised it's not Scotty Waddles. We have BTK in the chat. Howdy.
Wait, hold on. We need a search and rescue on Scotty Waddles immediately. If that man has not been the first in the
Just
chat, he's
left a
something wrong.
comment on one of my
Mhm.
posts like 2 hours ago. So I know he's okay. At least he was 2 hours ago.
At least he was. See, I'm worried about him.
Right. So we've also got Ms. Sparkles in the chat saying Abe should be going to bed. He should be, but he's not. He's here with us suffering.
Nope.
Let's have the,
Yeah, he took a
book
nap last week. He's good.
the book of RLM. Welcome in.
Hey, girl,
Just
how you doing?
Viable Patriot in the chat. Howdy. Good to see you. We've got Tootie Bug. Hey, I copy. I haven't got around to watching your Sasquatch chills yet. I kind of got tied up with some other shit, but I promise I will. We've got Jack Tar Lad in the chat. Howdy. Good to see you, Jack. Old Blighty. Welcome in. We've got a Jacob Gallo. Howdy. We've got a Lepo de Fleur in the chat with us today. Very good. Very cool. I think that's everybody so far. So like I said at the top of the show, if you are in any of the places we're currently streaming to, let us know you're here. We'll do our best. We do have a few things to talk about today, but I think we're probably gonna diverge into some weird shit if the backstage conversation was any indication of that. So oh man. No. Abe, go ahead. I just didn't have time to actually get the actual fucking one from StreamYard because I know how touchy he is about that shit.
Cool.
So yeah, no, that's totally cool.
Oh,
You have to remind me to add his shit to the description later because I'll forget that too. But yeah, no, that's sorry guys. Private chat stuff that I said out loud. It's faster than typing. That is what it is. Anywho.
That's a whole laziness thing. Idle hands and the devil's work. Stop it,
Right.
devil. Let him finish something.
freaking Sam is making comfort-based decisions.
Yes,
Yes, yes, he is. That's very, very astute.
And you want to run a stream, but you can't just take the 30 seconds to tap something.
I am. Not while I'm trying to address the audience. No, that's very distracting. Do I
What
look
up,
like a
Bartis?
woman? I'm not good at
Welcome in, my brother.
multitasking.
That's all I do.
Yeah. Welcome in. Some people are better at typing and talking about something completely separate at the same time. I'm not one of those fucking people. I can do one or the other, not both. So it's what it is.
What trips me out is when I'm typing and talking, and then I look down and realize that I've just typed the words that I was saying. Right?
Yeah.
And I've got like
Yeah.
2 paragraphs down, and I'm like, fuck.
It's like, that wasn't what I meant to type at all. That doesn't look like a URL.
Right? That's not Pornhub.
Yeah. Pornhub's not a thing in my state.
What's funny, though,
is, but
is
you
just
gotta-
about
you gotta
any
give them your
URL will
fucking
take you to
ID.
Pornhub if you click enough links.
Right. That's true. That's like looking up anything on the internet will inevitably lead you to pictures of big black dicks.
That's just you. I get Twink
Nobody-
Boys.
Nobody saw Ted but me.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, yeah, it's just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to type in something about the casual state of economic affairs in Libya. Oh, look, look at that big black cock.
Right? A doodle doo. So I'm curious, exactly how angry are the Scottish right now?
It's the Irish.
The Irish, you mean?
Is it the Irish?
It's
Yeah,
the Irish.
the Irish.
Belfast
Oh,
is
the Scottish are
Belfast
getting
was-
very.
The Irish was not
Scottish.
on my bingo card.
Yeah, well, the Scots decided to hire a goddamn globalist for their Lord Mayor for Belfast, and or the Irish.
No,
the Irish,
Scottish.
rather. Yeah.
Technically speaking, the Irish didn't get consent for that. It was English and Scottish that live in the area deciding for the Irish that they get a globalist.
Well, yeah, but like, how's that different than the last 900 years?
Right.
The Irish.
Our man has a point
You
here.
just blamed it. You just victim blamed the Irish. That's what I'm saying. The Irish didn't get a say.
Well,
Right. People of
Well,
Northern
they kinda
Ireland are
do.
called Ulster folk, right? They're their own group of people. They do whatever the fuck they like.
Sure.
They're
Sure.
not English. They're not Scottish. They're Ulster folk.
they
Right.
both wear kilts, but it's the Irish going up. Yeah, okay. So Ireland. Did anybody have Ireland up in flames on their bingo card for 2026?
Me, I did.
It wasn't on mine.
I had
it
all
on
of
my
Europe
bingo
going
card
up
for
in
the past 35 years.
The
I
Irish.
would have laid money down. Hold up, kid. I would have said that they would have, started lighting fires 2 years ago. You remember when they started putting out those Sons of Ireland videos that looked
Yeah.
like fucking Hamas?
They
Yeah,
had
like-
to
like
amend the Good Friday Agreement just to accommodate Muslims.
I saw a video today where in England cops came in and took a mannequin out of a store because the Muslims were pissed that the mannequin was dressed
Yeah.
provocatively.
Yeah. A mannequin.
Over this.
Dude, they're fucking arresting our wheelie bins now. Come on.
Yeah.
So-
It's not even a joke.
No,
Have any of them
it's
tried
still
to
funny,
arrest a
though.
mailbox yet? Because didn't one of your prime ministers once say that a woman in a hijab looks like a mailbox?
Boris.
Well, it wasn't a prime minister, I don't think.
I thought it was Boris. I thought it was
I thought it was
Johnson.
Boris.
What was Boris's last name again? Because I keep thinking
Johnson.
Yeltsin, and I know that's
It's
not
not
right.
Yeltsin.
Johnson.
Boris Johnson.
Johnson, right? It's the most white American bullshit you've ever heard.
Yeah.
I think he's actually half American as well.
Can you
Well, that
imagine
was
being like
perfect
Tommy
sense.
Johnson? You'd be like, you know what would be a good name for a good strong English name for my son? Boris.
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 Russian first name, American last name.
Boris the
Wrong.
Spider.
Strong traditional wasp name.
Welcome in,
Boris.
It's
Like,
kind of
can
like
you just
The Rock being Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne.
much,
It's
yeah.
all like
I mean, to be fair, Dwayne the Rock Johnson is the quintessential American. What the fuck is he? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Samoan. Yeah.
Pretty sure he's Samoan, bro. The rest
Oh,
of that's
technically
just
Samoa
American
is a
airmen.
vassal
Samoan and
state,
black.
though. They're not really Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, no, he's primarily Samoan and light skinned black, but then apparently there's also like a little other shit mixed in, which is
Yeah,
like
because there are no
um,
purebloods in America, which is why racism is stupid.
yeah, exactly. That's my
really
point.
dumb.
Americans are not one thing. We're a bunch of dysgenic mulatto mutants.
we're mutts.
Well,
Yeah,
mulatto
exactly.
has a very, very specific meaning, actually.
Yeah, I know.
That's why
I know.
racism is stupid in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's the incorrect term because it's a
I
very
got a-
specific.
No, it's,
it applies
buddy
to
of
a
mine.
very specific group of people.
There's
No,
a
it's
show
a-
out there called Mid-American Mulatto, and he is hilarious. He's like, you know, on what was the name of that show? The one with the one-eyed pilot, Leela. Future
Futurama.
Express. Futurama.
Oh, yeah,
That's it.
Futurama.
Futurama. All right. So, do you remember the neutral culture?
No,
I will allow this. My heart says maybe, but my soul says perhaps.
This is
Anyway.
acceptable.
This dude is that thing on everything racial. He draws the line right down the freaking middle, and it is hilarious how he does it.
That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, no, I hadn't counted on shit blowing up in Ireland as you asked. However, I also hadn't counted on some psycho. What was he? Senegalese, trying to hacksaw a guy's head off.
I think
know.
he was Sudanese.
Was he Sudanese?
Did you
Sudanese.
did you see their prime minister or one of their people over there literally went to the fucking like Sudanese people and were all like, "We're sorry about the protest," and started apologizing to him? Fuck, goddamn.
Well, it gets better. From what
Yeah.
I hear, that same dude, the Sudanese man, from what I hear, after he was arrested and then being treated for wounds because dude fought back, he threatened to murder one of the X-ray technicians.
Of course.
As you
Just from what
do,
I'm hearing, I don't know any of
That
this for a
tracks.
fact. I haven't confirmed any of it, but like
Left-
apparently
Left
he
has
just
their-
kept that shit up.
What up,
Left
Flex?
has their
Welcome
way.
in, brother.
He's their next prime minister.
Yeah, well, Sam, what do you expect? Sam, what do you expect from someone from a population group that are basically Chihuahuas? Like on a grand societal scale, so non-lethal that you just kind of let them yap and do whatever the fuck they want because they
Well, that
can't.
motherfucker was lethal and goddamn
yeah.
shit with
Yeah.
that
No,
hacksaw.
he's lethal to. So he is lethal to an individual person, but on a societal level, his community aren't actually that dangerous because if they ever tried to clack off, they could be put down easily. Like, how many fucking civilizations have the
Stop
Sudanese
it.
burned down?
Stop it, dude.
Yeah.
Stop it. We're not talking about anything that ends inside.
I love how he's become all like soldier about it. Like we could take their asses out in 5.3 seconds.
We
No,
could,
this is,
but we
no,
won't.
this is racism. No, this is racism. This is German Shepherd versus Chihuahua. You train
Stop
a
it.
German.
You've obviously never seen a Chihuahua try to fuck a German Shepherd because that shit happens.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because
Does.
you
And
train.
he creates the most nightmarish hounds you've ever seen. They're like pitted for
die,
cows of head.
Yeah. Well, no, because like a German, if you don't train a German
Ugly.
Shepherd and it tries to kill someone, it will kill that person. A Chihuahua tries to kill someone, you have to go out of your way for the Chihuahua to kill you. So you don't train it to not be active, and that's why they're all yappy. And a German Shepherd is usually trained to not be all fucking yappy if the owners are good. That's the point I'm making. Where like this guy
So
and
no point
was
at
never
all.
taught.
Right, gotcha.
This
I'm
guy
here.
was never. This guy was never
Okay.
taught to not be a violent animal because, like, a lot
Well,
of them
I mean,
being violent animals. isn't a threat.
hold on. You're saying no, he wasn't taught to not be a violent animal. He was in Africa and then came to America and
Sure.
continued doing African things.
And if he was dangerous, there would be if there was a perception of danger attached to him, there would be a greater emphasis on containing him. Is my point.
There
There's
seems to be a lot of infamous on containing everything now with fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, are we
Mhm.
I thought you were going to go in a completely different direction with your old Chihuahua analogy anyway, because I thought for a second that I wasn't the only one who remembered that they were bred for food. Like that's their sole purpose for existing is to be eaten by people.
Have you ever
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
a
Taco
cross
Bell.
between a Chihuahua and a German
Yes.
Shepherd?
Yes, I have.
Oh
I've
my
seen it
God,
both
that is
ways.
the most god awful thing ever.
I've seen it both ways, man. It's like Island of Dr.
It's
Moreau
horrible.
on crack, man. It's
Right. Dude, the one I saw was a mix between a hairless Chihuahua and it
and they all got that.
mid-range.
They all got that look in their eyes, like Brundlefly at the end of the
Kill
fly.
me.
Please kill me.
Help me.
Fucking hell.
But also give me a treat
Picking
from
up
my
a
head.
shotgun and point it to their own head.
Right.
Oh man, yeah.
Okay,
they're
so
abominations,
the
they know
ugliest
it.
fucking animal I've ever laid eyes on in all my life was a cleft lip, full-blooded boxer. Her upper lip was cleft all the way up into her sinus cavities. How that dog was alive, I have no idea.
Jesus.
Sweetest, ugliest freaking creature you've ever laid eyes on. The sweetest creature you'd ever come across. Absolutely terrifying to interact with because it kind of the top side kind of flops around while she's hassling, and it was frightening.
Yeah.
Probably didn't even know its own nature either.
Well,
Oh, I think it knows. I think it knows.
Oh, she was
I
a
didn't-
big sweetie bug. That's my Mastiff's mama.
I'm
Yep.
gonna assume you meant Dalmatian, Miss Sparkles, because I've never heard of a breed called a Damnation. Because if that did exist, I would have like 3.
So I had this one beagle I referred to as a damnation.
I
I
can make
heard
one.
Yeah, from behind.
You know what was funny? This is totally off topic, but when I was in like grade school, you know what I found in my grade school library? A copy of Clive Barker's The Damnation Game.
That's so funny.
Fucking hell.
It's not a book kids should be reading, by the way.
No.
back to the dogs thing, like on the dog breeding specifically, it is really weird that like when either you take it too far in the purity or too far into like the mongrel stage, you get really weird shit. Like dogs that eat that are just biologically predisposed to eating rocks. Shit like that. That's just weird.
Shut up. Those are the sweetest, goodest boys.
Hey,
Just
I'm not.
really dumb.
I'm not saying they're not sweet or good. I'm just saying that if you're one of those dogs' owners, the medical bills for removing said rocks are not fun.
You'd
Hey,
be
not
no,
surprised-
experienced.
If you
be
got a
surprised
big
how
enough
many
dog,
human
they'll
babies
pass
chew
right
rock,
through.
too.
Yeah, but if it's a dog the size of a fucking chihuahua, not really gonna go very well.
Don't do that. I had a freaking Great Dane, a jet black the motherfucker's eyes were black, his coat was black, the little beans on his toes were black, and he was supposed to be a black lab, and he blew up to this enormous Scooby-Doo sized motherfucker like quick, like real quick. Motherfucker ate a couch one afternoon. Ate the couch. Like the whole thing, like ripped it to shreds, was there rolling around in the splinters.
Awesome.
Pretty legit.
Wow.
I mean, it. So my wife calls me up. It's like, hey, the dog's chewing on the couch. I tell her, I'm like, hey, go get some cayenne pepper, dump it out on the like wherever he's chewing, he'll stop. And she called me back like an hour later. It's like the dog ate the couch, and I was like, dude, fucking what? The dog ate the couch. All right, so. Couple days goes by. This is my roommate's couch, right? My roommate just lost a couch because now the dog literally chewed it up.
Because you seasoned it for him.
Well, see, here's the thing. Historically, most dogs respond negatively to cayenne pepper. There is an
Apparently not
exception to
this
this,
one.
however. Right. Turns out my roommate kept a huge ass pickle jar of cayenne peppers under the sink. And every day when he came in for lunch, which I was working night shift, so I would be asleep at this point, he would sit down and eat lunch and eat cayenne peppers and toss my dog cayenne peppers. And I had no fucking clue. So I wake up and come out, and he's sitting there with my dog sitting all pretty, and he's tossing him a cayenne pepper. And I was like, what are those? He said, cayenne peppers. I said, dude, I put pepper on the fucking couch so the dog wouldn't chew on it. And he just started laughing maniacally. It was like, dude, my bad. He's like, I've been feeding them to him since he was a puppy. I was like, oh shit. Oh no.
That's good. That's good. Speaking of things that shouldn't be, should we get into that first thing?
If you wish, bro.
I
don't
do
like
wish.
it.
So I want to remind people here that I did warn y'all about this. I warned you, and I warned you, and I warned you. Scientists have mapped the fungal networks beneath the surface of the earth, and apparently it's so big that it could cover like a tenth of the Milky Way stretched out.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I fucking told you the fungus is here to get us. Yeah, huge.
It's the fungus among us.
amount. You know, and somebody, I mentioned this on Twitter the other day. I was just like, holy fuck! I told you the myconids were coming. And somebody was, I forget who. I think it might have been underscore. Said something about a lesser threat than I was thinking, and I was like, no, I'm talking like Migo from Yugoth level.
Listen, this has to be a misunderstanding of scale somehow. 10% of the fucking Milky Way is a goddamn
that is colossal.
That is a lot. That is a whole. So I'm thinking like 10% on a cross thatch, right? Like
I'm
if you
just
laid
going
it
to
out
say
over
here,
one of the arms.
the amount of guts that is contained within your body, stretched out end to end, it's quite a bit bigger than it has any right to be, too.
So's your skin, but it's not fucking 12 parsecs, bro. Like,
yeah, he's not galactic level.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, I'm
rat.
assuming here that this map, like they're talking underground fungus, right? Underground mycelial network stuff. I'm assuming that you'd have to flatten it out too, because we're talking about something that grows in three-dimensional space.
So is the galaxy, is my point. And I'm saying that's impossible unless you're like,
I don't think they're saying it would fill
and that
10%. I think it would just stretch across 10%. Flatten
like
out.
if you were to put it all together end to end,
yes.
maybe.
One single strand to another.
Yeah. Exactly. One strand.
Yeah, I just did the math for how long that is.
Bullshit.
No, not well. It's about 6 trillion miles
Feed your
to a
dogs.
single light year, and about 15,000 light years for for a tenth of the Milky Way, give or take. It's 9E16.
There's got to
However
be a
the
jizz
fuck is
there
supposed to pronounce it.
somewhere, bro.
Like
Yeah.
it's 9 with 16 zeros behind it.
I want to point out this fucking areas of land where there's no fungus. There's like a spot in Australia, all of North Africa, little sections of like Siberia and freaking the Himalayas over here.
I do notice that it doesn't want anything to do with Siberia, or not Siberia, but the Sahara. much like
Eastern
the rest of
Europe
the
is
world.
just a black spot, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cray cray.
But nobody wants anything to do with North Africa. Not even the fungus.
Not even the fungus, man. That's pretty rough.
The crazy shit about that is, at one point in history, like while humans were alive, we've got fucking cave paintings that show while humans were alive, the
They
Sahara was
also
fucking
painted
green.
fucking mermaids, bro. Like,
No,
Right? Yeah, no,
come on, man.
the Sahara was green. Like we looked,
Yes,
we have meteorological evidence of that shit.
We're very
Yes.
aware of that. It's
You
dead
do
now.
realize I
Yeah.
own a fucking tinfoil hat, bro. Like, I'm down like Charlie Brown.
Yeah, no,
I
this
got
is
you.
that's you're absolutely right, but you're also talking about a period that was possibly 20,000 or more years ago. It's very dead now.
Oh, it absolutely is
Well,
because of what?
actually-
Because
It's not.
In the sense that a desert is. I obviously
Sure.
there's life in a desert, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's funny because every possibility of if there were a culture, right, that spawned all of the cultures around the world from whence one spawned, right? It's very likely that North Africa is the location of that cradle culture that spawned Sumeria and Egypt, and possibly even some of the Eastern cultures by way of diaspora. Something heinous happened there, whether it's the sinking of Atlantis-style destruction or a sea of sand that washes in inevitably, and diaspora takes place. I mean, there's every chance that you wet some of that freaking soil and you come up with grains that we've never seen before.
The fourth wise man. Yeah, we know. It's one of the funniest fucking accidental things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's holding
I
wood,
like
all
it.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's really funny to me is we tried that phrased a dozen different ways. And in every case, if there was a baseball bat, it was held out like a schlong in every single case. I've got like 10 of them saved over here.
Yep. Kuro Neko Ex Machina. Yeah, I was surprised too, dude. I was like, no way, there's that much of it. It permeates everything, man. And people eat this shit on their fucking pizza because it's a tasty little treat. No, it's getting inside you. It's what it's doing.
it's already inside.
Of course,
It's already inside you, dog. Like it already is.
You
The
eat
fucking
yogurt.
little,
And
Yeah.
how are you
Like,
not
this-
horrified by this? Is my
Think
question.
of this as
Cheese.
competing fungi empires.
Sam, the reason why I'm not horrified by it is because I'm already hosting a fucking colony of small organisms.
Oh, so you're saying you succumb to the cordyceps then?
No, your
Dude,
gut biome.
No,
swallowing
you just
doesn't
swallowed
count
a
as
bunch of
hosting.
jizz.
No, fucking gut biome. Every single human being is technically a brain-powered exosuit with a colony of bacteria.
sperm is sacred.
Well, first of all,
Every sperm
bacteria-
is red.
and various other tiny organisms are their own classification. They're not fungi. In fact,
Yeah.
most of them are animals.
And I didn't say that I had a colony of fungi in me. I said I already had a colony of small organisms inside me.
Right. Which operate in a sort of
That doesn't sound great.
symbiotic relationship.
No,
with
it doesn't.
the human body.
Yeah.
You know, you could go down as far as the actual individual cells. Mitochondria are not of us. They have their own RNA. It's not like ours, but
Yep.
they operate in a symbiotic way with the rest of the cell.
They are not of us.
I'm also aware that evolutionarily speaking, if the fungus were to have a benefit to killing us, that would have happened millions of years ago.
Fungus
So,
does
like-
kill us.
Well, yes, but like if actively, like if this fungal network decided just to turn on randomly, it doesn't really gain anything from wiping out humanity. Like
I don't think
honestly, it's too
humanity.
Dead bodies.
it's honestly too
Hold on.
evolved.
That depends. That depends on whether or not intellect or memories can be absorbed through consumption, which sometimes in some species seems like it's sometimes a possibility.
Segue.
There is a theory that,
Segue.
that the mycelial network not only extends throughout the earth, but also throughout, everywhere, and that fungi are more than capable of transmitting information along this mycelial network, right? So that would, I mean, like if say black mold over here kills you, right, and then the green mold and the white mold gets into you and starts learning about you, and then it starts sending that shit along the mycelial network to the fucking Migo on Yugoth.
Dude, you just took 2 steps too far for the average freaking rube out here to get that.
Turns
I
out
get
we
what
have
you're
its
saying.
own.
But
Yes,
that's not
Marcus.
going to help them.
Fungus people on Pluto.
Yeah, it's the spore network. It's like
You're upset that Earth turns out we have our own Awa or wherever
Awa.
from Avatar, yeah.
Awa.
Our own little creepy.
No, see,
network.
ours
Sorta,
is ours is chill
Iowa
enough not.
devoured knowledge.
Yeah. Well, also ours is
That's
seemingly
got it.
chill enough to not sacrifice us to invading aliens. It just kind of vibes. Whereas Awa actively fucking sets the Na'vi up to die.
I think we taste like pig for a reason, sir.
Fungus people, let's fucking go.
Yeah. So I guess the reason that I bring this up is because this is a very recent thing, right? Like that they published in the last couple of days or so. Not that the network itself is recent. It's obviously not, or it wouldn't be as pervasive as it is. But the news has only just been dropped to the general public. I'm not sure how long scientist communities sat on this shit first. They tend to do that. And I don't know. I find it bothersome. I do. And I know
I
that
feel
there
like
are
they're
certain
lying.
aspects. Hey, you know what? If they're lying, if it's not real, great.
Well, I'm just
fucking lying
looking
to me,
at
dude.
certain parts of the desert Southwest over here that seem to have an awful lot of fungal activity.
Yeah, well, maybe they do. Maybe
Why
it's,
don't it
we
look
can
more
talk
like
about-
this?
See, this is where I'm thinking is it's not so much about the environment, although it does look like the Gobi's pretty fucking blacked out too, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah,
And-
but the desert Southwest is not.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're looking at a map that's much further down than the actual desert itself.
Oh,
That's what I'm
Close.
thinking.
Yeah.
It
Or
does
maybe
say underground.
or maybe part of it's also development of the region. Like, for example, Las Vegas should be fucking uninhabitable, but because we're able to bring enough water over there, we've made it habitable. So maybe a long path, like human interaction in the area, has allowed for some
brother.
manifestation of the fungal network there, where there's not the same level of development
You-
in Sahara or the Gobi.
Or
That might also
saying,
be a thing.
there was a
lot of-
mycologist on Rogan some time back. I think I remember that. I think that was Stamets, wasn't it? Who suggested that humans evolved consciousness because of ingesting psychoactive mushrooms. And I'm calling bullshit. This sounds like a guy who just wants people to do more hallucinogens.
Well, I mean, it's not entirely
accepted.
biblically incompatible because the fruit of good and evil, awakens certain understandings. Psychedelics provide you a new perspective of the world. If you consume enough of it and you just have your perception of reality shattered, you learn new
So,
truths about the universe.
Here's the thing, kid. I don't think that it's responsible for evolving human intelligence like was suggested by that particular mycologist. I do think that it certainly played a hand in all of these fucking prophecies we've been handed down for thousands of years. I absolutely think that. But I also know that a lot of those guys ended up stark raving mad wandering the fucking desert.
The guy who first came up with that hypothesis was Terence McKenna.
Was he?
Yeah.
Also, Rogan tends to have people on who are in favor of people doing more drugs.
Well, yeah.
That's like a thing with him. So
Well, because he
I don't
wants to do more games.
and he can. Dude's rich as fuck. Nobody's gonna stop him.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
I think he
wants to do
just
more
wants more people to do more drugs with him.
I
You
just
know,
I don't think that's okay.
Jim Morrison
yeah,
did the literal 40 days in the desert thing.
Mhm.
He went with his friends, and his friends kind of dipped on him after a couple of days, and so he went back into LA and he picked up his bandmates and he told them they were going to a whorehouse in LA, and he drove them out into the fucking hills until they ran out of gas, and then they did a bunch of peyote.
Yeah, and he came back to Lizard King, if I recall.
Actually, there are two versions of this story at this point. Ray Manzarek claimed that Jim Morrison walked into a cave, sat down, and wrote the American Prayer. Came back out with two songs that he hummed to Manzarek, but Manzarek couldn't remember it. And then later, he did the
Read him in circles.
Light My Fire thing, and he did the other one I can't remember, Love Street maybe. And the other version is from Jim
This seems
Morrison,
more
where he
conducive to,
said,
like Crystal Ship.
"Do what?"
It seems like it'd be more conducive to like the Crystal Ship.
It could be. It could have been a Crystal Ship. I can't remember what the other one was. It might have been the one with the Indians and the street. Anyway, the Jim Morrison's version of this story, as relayed by his drummer, Jim said that he went into the cave and he met an Indian who gave him a scroll that became a buck in his hands, and he came back out. Now, the entire band agrees that he was in there for about 20 minutes. So whatever you choose to believe on that one, because they were all on like peyote. So the question of time is,
I'm not saying that there isn't something to that to perception.
he was in there for
Absolutely.
4,000 years.
I've done stream of consciousness shit while I was out of my head on something too. Seemed like it took forever. Didn't actually take that long.
Mm-hmm.
one of my weirdest on tripping balls things that I had happen was also one of my early Sasquatching out. Right, I was in Milledgeville. First of all, I was supposed to be going fishing, and so I did a bunch of mushrooms, and then I ended up not going fishing because the guy I was going to go fishing with was like, "Fuck that," and I ended up riding with somebody else, and so I ended up in Milledgeville just as like the freaking bars are letting out and College Row is fucking jamming down and the movies are letting out and the whole freaking strip gets lit up with folks, and we're trying to go to this particular bar that is going to close in like 10 minutes, and I can't remember why we were going. We might have been going there to pick somebody up, but the fucking street was so goddamn full of people we couldn't figure out which way to goddamn go to get around them. And this dude comes riding up on like one of those little Vespa type Honda things, little two-wheel scooter Segway thing. Anyway, he comes riding up on it, and I hopped up on the seat and I yelled at everybody, "Everyone, wait a minute. I've got something to say." And the whole goddamn place stopped and just stared at me. I said, "People are trying to walk different directions at the same time. Perhaps some order is needed." And somebody yelled, "Fuck you." And I said, "Can I get that man's number?" And the whole place started laughing, and the guys who owned the Segway started shaking it, telling me to get off, and everything got real weird after that.
Right.
After that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when things started getting weird.
Oh man, there is a whole lengthy article attached to that we're not going to go into. I just thought you guys should see the map that I saw.
Yeah,
This
I've read it.
background, by the way, this background with Jizzman, if you're on shrooms, this is trippy as fuck.
I haven't actually looked at it while on shrooms because I don't ingest
Right.
mushrooms for pleasure or
Yeah,
food.
because it feels like you're actually accelerating towards the center of the image. But everybody's icon sort of pops out like it's 3D. It's crazy.
I now
Are
understand
you
why
on
Abe
something
sounds
right
tired.
Did you take shrimp?
well, I'm
before
not doing them now.
the
Right.
He's feeling the effects.
I'm starting to
No, I'm
understand
just
why.
drinking some Jack Daniels right now. It's fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I haven't done that because, again, I won't eat that shit on my pizza. There's no way I'm doing it for a religious experience.
How would you
it's
feel
not
about
happening.
peyote?
I've done peyote.
Oh, cool. Something
Native
that
American.
I encountered
Right here.
dealing with. Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it. My peyote experience was that it was very cerebral, as opposed to like the weird
Mhm.
funkiness of mushrooms where you end up like sweating that shit out, or that
Oh, see,
that just
yeah, that's why you
absolutely
gotta.
diabolical effectiveness of LSD.
Yeah,
That's why you got to do it in the right circumstances, like not Young Gun style, just
absolutely.
out in the desert at night, because you're not going to sweat that much there. You want to do it in a sweat lodge because that increases. Like you gotta you fast. You don't drink that much fucking water. You eat a bunch of this shit. The heat will make you throw up a couple of times. It'll be pretty bad. And then
You've got to be in the right state of mind too.
Yeah, well, there's that. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate what he's saying about the whole sweat lodge, or the ritual. The ritual helps you get into the right state of mind for such
Yeah.
an experiment.
That's the
Experience.
purpose of all ritual, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like it's one of those things. When I was younger, everybody was like, "Oh my god, don't do rituals; they're evil." I was like, "No, rituals are like, what do you think? Getting on your knees and putting your hands in front of your chest, clasped together, and like bowing your head is—that's a ritual. It's a ritual to get you in the proper frame of mind to do the praying. Like ritual is just
So when you look at you that every single space they've ever encountered in the history of everything everywhere is a ritual space, they don't necessarily mean religious, because
Mhm.
people also cook, they brew beer, they do all of these things by systems. And before you
Mhm.
understood why the system existed, you did it by ritual, because that's how you do it. And if you do it any other way, you don't get bread, you don't get beer, you get some rancid swill that nobody will touch.
hmm
I mean, they'll touch it if you tape them down and put a funnel in their mouth.
That's true, and I'm sure some have.
I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying that like there are ways around people's
Folks, this is
unwillingness
not
to
medical
eat
advice.
eat your swill. Oh no, this is totally culinary advice.
we
We have a
should
cook
have a
on
new
the
ticker
panel.
on
It's
the
fine.
bottom.
I can say what I
This
like.
is cooking advice.
You ever played Fallout, sir? Yes,
Oh, yeah.
this is cooking
Yeah.
advice.
You should take cooking advice from Cook.
The devil's just like, why are you even bringing me up? It's like, look, as long as we have one on a panel, it's okay, right? And this applies across all interpretations of what I just said, I think, right? Right?
I do not
Uh,
I
condone.
mean, if you say so, bro, this is your show.
Right. It's like you remember this was months and months ago, but we're sitting there and we were saying something and it was veering into what could be perceived as possibly racist territory, and we were just like, shit, we need a black guy in here stat. And Larry came in and he's like, by your powers combined, I am Captain Black Guy.
Fucking me, dude.
It was
Can I get
really
that
funny.
clip? Do we
It's in
have
my
that as
shorts.
a
I'll see
clip?
if I can. I'll see if I can dig
Fucking
it up.
email me that shit.
Dude, I think that was like
Did I miss that?
I think that was like the
I think
one stream you was like caught while I was at OCS. I was in like a hotel room. I pop into the chat, and then Larry pops in and says that shit. I'm like 90% sure that's how that shit went.
Well, what he popped in and actually said was, "Did somebody call for a?" And then he said that by
Right.
your powers combined, I'm Captain Black Guy.
And he hard art it. I mean, he hard art it, bro.
he did.
said it like an old plantation white guy. It was special.
Oh man, yeah, it's one of the reasons that I love doing shit like this. You know, it's just because you never know what's going to be said, and it's an adventure every time. Sometimes it's a nice, quiet little like meandering down the river from the Shire kind of adventure, and other times it's like, oh boy, I hope those eagles fucking show up before the fires of Mordor consume me kind of adventure. Speaking of which, before we move on to the next thing,
I mean, Nine-Finger.
Sorry, you were saying something?
No.
Is it me that's glitching out, or is it
It's
sound?
my
No,
internet.
Squatch
My
is
internet
glitched out for me
glitched.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute up.
Okay. So I found this channel the other day. It's only been around for a couple of months. It's still pretty small. It's called Lord of the Rings Explained, and it's this young lady. I can't place her accent. I don't think she's from North America, and she going into these like deep dives on these like 15-minute deep dives on different aspects of, you know, the world of Tolkien. And like she does this whole half-hour thing on what the fuck is Tom Bombadil, and it's pretty entertaining. Anyway, she brought something up the other day where she was talking about orcs and the origin of orcs and where they actually came from. Because the accepted answer to that is that during the first stage, right, Morgoth captured some elves and they tortured and he twisted and he contorted them into what became orcs, right? So that they were elves once. And this is reiterated later in Lord of the Rings when Saruman is talking to Wormtongue, and he says, you know, do you know how the orcs came into being? They were elves once, and et cetera, at all.
Wasn't it Lurtz?
No, in the movie, yeah, but in the book, Lord of the Rings, he was talking to Wormtongue.
Gotcha. Sorry about that.
So, anywho, there are some inconsistencies with this, and Tolkien himself has written different origins for the orcs that he's, you know, he never really settled on a specific answer. And part of the reason for that is because as a devout Catholic, if they're just you know, tools, say, right, to throw at the enemy, to, you know, put gum in the works, then it doesn't really matter where they came from. If they're not tools, if they're beings whole and actual, as certain interactions between orcs would indicate, like in Cirith Ungol, when the two orcs are just kind of standing around bitching about their bosses, right? It's a very people thing to do. Right, which indicates that they are people, which means that they possibly do have souls, which means that they're possibly not irredeemable, right? Which puts kind of a gum into his works about the whole situation, you know. So it was just kind of
from the darkness of Mordor,
something like that. Well, it also, if you go back far enough, right, Morgoth, who was Melkor, is not capable of creation. This is stated over and over and over again. This is one of the very fundamental tenets of the very basis of all of Arda and all of the mythos, is that the only one who can create life is Eru Ilúvatar, period. Right? Even Aule, when he makes the dwarves, right? They don't really have true life until Eru breathes life into them directly, right? So they didn't come from nowhere. They didn't come from nowhere, which, by the way, none of this goes any way to explain where the trolls and the fucking dragons came from, but whatever. We're gonna gloss over that, just like he did.
Well, even if they're regarded as people, in any way, shape, or form, doesn't stop them from being evil beings.
Sure. But if they are people and they do have souls, and he is a very Catholic writer who believes in redemption, then this does present a bit of a problem with people just going around and killing them all the time.
Nah, fuck them.
And I mean, if someone's choosing to do evil and you catch them in a combat situation, like if
in combat is one thing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, and that's
there
pretty
were
much
people who were
every
hunting orcs down at certain points.
Yeah, who would have just conducted acts like burning
Would
a
have
village.
is not the
Well, I
same
mean,
as
the
did.
Rohirrim.
No,
Adam.
as in they burned a
That's what
village.
the Rohirrim were doing
leaving
for
and getting
20
chased.
freaking years, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason Rohan didn't have to deal with orcs at all until like the final days was because the Rohirrim were literally exiled and they left and rode the Rohan in his step, killing every orc that showed its head to the sun.
Yeah.
Period.
Because
Shout
usually
out to
when
the
they,
Raiders.
because usually when they showed the only times they'd really show their heads out of their caves was to go burn stuff down. It's not like you just have orcs set up a farm and then Rohirrim would come out of nowhere and start killing them. It was always orcs attack, there's a raid in response.
Right. So
From
either
the
way,
river to the sea,
this is-
Rohan will be free.
first
No,
of
that's
all-
talking about Dunlendings. That's talking about Dunlendings.
First of all, no. Secondly, I'm this is way off of where I was going with this point, but I think this is a good discussion too. But I guess my point is she had a contention that they couldn't have been elves because of reproduction. Because of how elves reproduce, as in, I mean, elves reproduction is very much like two souls coming together and joining, and it's very much based on like the very definition of Catholic love and procreation, right? It's slow, it's deliberate, right? Nothing happens by accident. There's nothing sloppy or forced or quick about it. They don't breed like rabbits. They breed like once every couple of centuries, and it's a choice. Whereas the orcs suddenly, if they were elves, why are there so many of them and so quickly, right? Like they breed even faster than men, right? And men breed fast. Now, I do think that they were elves. Now, her contention was because of that and a couple of other little things that they couldn't have stayed corrupted elves. Like men would have had to been brought into the mixture at some point, which I think is plausible.
Yeah.
But I think
'cause
that here's where I'm getting to. The elves are corrupted or into orcs. They are made to be a dark mirror to the elves, something to offend them in every way, to be their opposite in every way. It also explains why the orcs hate the elves so much, because the elves are what they used to be, what they've lost, right?
Oh.
Now, if I were to create something like orcs by twisting something pure and good into something dark and twisted, I think breeding is exactly the first place I would go, right? You break their minds, you throw them into breeding pits, you force them to breed without love, without feeling, as a mechanical function for centuries until it just becomes the way things are and they
I
no
don't know
longer
about you
remember any
folks,
other
but I'm
way.
aroused.
And I
Well,
think
and
that they could still be elves and still breed that, or former elves and still breed that fast. I think that by corrupting the very act of love that leads to procreation among elvish kind, I think that would be the most direct spit in the face of the elves.
Well, also kind of
Literally
like your
corrupting the act of creation itself.
100%.
and kind of tying back to your point about like, well, humans had to have been brought back in. Correct me if I'm wrong. This might have been something that the fans created years later, but I'm like 90% sure that in the Two Towers there was talk of half orcs, of like
So
orcs having
that's what the
bred with-
Uruk-hai are.
No, sort of separate from the Uruk-hai. Separate from the Uruk-hai, that they're amongst Sauron's hordes. There were orcs, there were wild men, and then there were orcmen, which were the product of basically orcs having their way with human women, and that's where Gary Gygax got the ideas of half orcs for D&D. So the idea of like, hey,
Sure.
elves were the starting point, but then realizing, okay, I've got 6 battalions of these. The Noldor have like 37
Hold-
battalions, throwing
hold
some
on,
human
bro.
women in there to increase the breeding process.
Hold on.
And then eventually, hold on. And then eventually the dilution of adding humans, that increases the speed of the breeding because humans breed like rabbits, but then they're no longer of elven stock. And then over time, the malnutrition, the inbreeding and shit gets them to the point where they are now, where they're maybe on par with the human, but usually below par of a human.
Well, if you're just joining, folks, welcome to another 24-hour stream of Sam talking about Lord of the Rings mythology. We're going to love it, and we're also going to be bored to death.
So
Well, you might be bored to death.
80
I'm fucking that.
80% of Dungeons and Dragons was cribbed directly from the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
Yep.
Yeah, this is true. So
And
I
like
guess
20% from the Silmarillion.
the thing that I would have to say in response to that, Shadu, is and in response to the young lady at Lord of the Rings Explained, and she mentions this herself, right? Is that it's simply not possible for Manstock to be involved with the orcs for quite some time, because the men did not come into existence in Arda until like what 2,500 years after the elves had already been at war with Angband.
Yeah, and I'm saying like
Right.
when
The orcs were already a
that-
thing before men were.
right, exactly. No, so you have the starting point of orcs, right? You have the starting point of orcs were corrupted elves, but that's not to say in the times of Angband they were what we see them as in the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, where they're
No, I
like a single.
I get
yeah,
that. Dragons diminished eventually too. All things in Arda diminish. All things, elves, men, everything diminishes. That's kind of a through line with Tolkien's work. Is that existence is
Oh,
entropy,
yeah, exactly.
even for immortal
So,
things. Right now, so like what you're talking about is they would have degraded anyway. Whatever their stock was. What I'm saying is that it's not necessary for Manstock to be brought in if you thoroughly corrupt the breeding process in the beginning in the first place.
yeah, and I'm not disputing that there's that factor, but then to get them to the point where there's like 1,000 of them for every human, you toss in the human breeding component as
They're
well.
mushrooms. They're all derived from
No,
fungus.
no, that's Warhammer. That's Warhammer Fantasy. That's Warhammer Fantasy, man. That's not Lord of the Rings.
It sounds kind of gay,
As,
man.
as an observation, there was a visual depiction of the birthing of an orc in the Two Towers, where they literally shoveled them out of the womb of the earth, as it were.
Okay,
the
yes and no.
the-
Those would be the Uruk-hai, who were
Ah,
basically a
damn it.
science experiment made
Yeah,
by
no,
that
I was-
Saruman concocted by
Come
mixing
on, just let me get one
orcs
by.
and men so that the orcs could move about during the day, because orcs didn't come out in the day if they didn't fucking have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it burns them. It physically injures them.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like the ban from the Mythgar series. Certain evil
Right.
things just aren't allowed to run around. And I mean, granted, Mythgar was originally supposed to be a sequel to Lord of the Rings, and then the Tolkien estate.
Joe motherfucking Cool in the house. What up, my brother?
Welcome in. Yeah, me too. I'm just screaming into the void here. That's what we do here. But yeah, no, that's just I'm just curious about what you guys thought about that, because my take on that is that you don't need to have other stock if you corrupt the elves thoroughly enough into the orcs in the first place, right?
So
And they were already breeding way faster, like centuries before man was even a thing.
millennia. But where does the drow tie into all this?
Well, the drow would be Forgotten Realms, which is not Tolkien.
Damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I mean, they're
I know.
Sam.
I know.
Sam,
But
correct me if
The
I am
thing
wrong.
is that the drow have an almost identical historical story to what the orcs
Yeah,
have.
didn't they
as
used to
a
be moon
origin
elves or
story.
some shit?
Yeah,
Uh,
they were like Sylvan elves or something. And
yeah. So
they were fighting against orc type creatures, and they delved too deep
Moony.
and got cut off from the mother race, and ended up developing an entirely new culture in the Underdark, basically dedicated to the spider god law.
So, kind of. If I had to do some research for Drow for one of the campaigns I was running a while ago, if I remember correctly, it was you had like the single elven race, more or less. They all kind of scattered across the world, which where you got like sea elves, astral elves, sun elves, etc. And then from all of those, Lolth got pissy that she didn't have a ton of followers, and basically just started making deals and shit, kind of like what demons do. And a new elven nation formed up around her that was very much sadistic, whippy, misandristic, just evil. And they fought a war trying to conquer the rest of the elven realms. and because it was like odds of 6-1, they lost. And the only place they could flee to is where all the evil shit goes, down, 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 deep underground in Goblin Town. And then Loth was like, if I
Will
kill
that
you
work?
all, I have no slaves, so I'll just fucking abuse the shit out of you guys until you can reconquer the surface. And then the
Right.
drow started living underground.
How much do you know about Menzo Baranzan?
Mostly a little bit of shit I've read on the wiki, like 2
Okay,
videos
okay.
and the Drift books.
One of my favorite quotes about Menzo Baranzan is that most of the senators die of natural causes. A dagger in your heart will kill you naturally.
Yeah. That's part of the reason I fucking love the drow. They're just like, they're slightly nicer Druki.
They're very formulaic, right? I mean, they're chaotic evil, but at the same time, they have,
two
their.
Abes.
We have 2 Abes. We have caught Abes twice. I thought this was impossible.
Sweet.
It's multiplying. It's multiplying. All right. So which
All
one do I
right,
kick?
who fed him after dark?
Eliminate the one that isn't talking right now.
All right.
That would be the other one. Yes. Good job.
There we go.
That was a fake Abe.
Is there any such thing as fake Abes?
I think it would be referred
No.
to as a ghost Abe.
Yeah. Wait, Abe, are you like the Abe that is currently infesting gay bathhouses in Spain?
No, that's you.
I'm not an Abe.
Wait, hold up a second. Hold up a second. What is this bullshit? Jarlaxle is a discount Malice Darkblade. Okay, no. First of all, because Malice
Yep.
Darkblade doesn't have a goddamn sense of humor.
Sure he does.
You know. Secondly, he was the bad guy. Jarlaxle is not the bad guy. He's the I'm gonna do what I want guy.
No, Malice Darkblade's the hero. I don't know what you're talking about. Malice,
Are you using hero in the same sense that you use hero to refer to Austrian painters?
I do not think Hitler is a hero. Fuck you.
Dude,
Nigga, how Hitler?
Okay.
That was not me. That was not me. That was not me.
That was
Shadow,
Abe.
what you doing?
That was Abe.
Yeah, it was Abe's got a bunch of fucking clips.
No, but
If he starts playing on this show, I will fucking mute his ass.
listen, all Malice Darkblade was trying to do was just lead the Druki into a brighter future that Malekith failed to do. All right, it was their right to rule Ulthuan.
Wait, was that
Again.
Shadoo's ringtone?
No,
That's not that had nothing to do with Jarlaxle. Jarlaxle Boehner
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck about what happens to his people.
yeah, and he's a fucking discount Malice Darkblade. What's your point?
He's not. By the very thing that you just said, he has nothing to fucking do with them.
He's a dark elf. They're both dark elves. He's a worse one.
They're not even from the same race of dark elves.
You're starting to stutter. He's getting to you.
Oh no, he damn got to me with that statement. That was a retarded statement. Of all the retarded statements that has been said on this show, that is definitely in the top 15 somewhere.
So what you're saying is I still got a chance.
Oh no, you and I have said some really retarded shit on the show.
Right.
Also, and Arden's getting into this too. Jarlaxle predates Malice Darkblade by almost a decade. I mean,
Skill issue.
yeah. Also a better character, better written. You know, because fuck all things Warhammer. Anyway,
I given the current writing that GW has been doing, I can't exactly disagree with you.
no, I mean all of it, all the way back. Fuck it all.
Look, Sam. I'm aware you don't like it because it's just edgy
Now
Lord of
he's
the Rings
stuttering.
that managed to survive copyright, but still. Okay, my favorite thing about Warhammer Fantasy is the
Fungus.
fact that it literally was just Lord of the Rings, but they made it slightly edgy. And because the Tolkien estate has no chill, they went back through and replaced the eyeliner with like fucking switchblades because to make it edgy enough to be legally distinct. That's the funniest shit about Warhammer Fantasy.
Fungus, bro.
You're fungus.
Fungus
You
among
can
us.
bring an orc infestation home with you on your boots.
Yeah.
That is fucked up, bro.
Yeah, like that's the thing that makes orcs in 40K so damn bad, is because the moment they invade a planet, that planet now just is like, I guess we're fighting orcs for the rest of our history, because you can't kill them all. Like, no matter what, if they have a landing site, that landing site is now ground zero for an endless war against the orcs.
No. There's the other way they reproduce with the spores, bro.
Yeah,
and,
that's what.
and those things will blow around on a planet for fucking centuries until the right freaking conditions are met and develop their own little Umberhawk thing underground. Like, those things are fucking terrifying, because you can completely isolate your planet from everything, and then suddenly have an orc outbreak from a mine somewhere.
Yeah, freaking Piscina 4, I think it was. They got hit by like a relatively small orc attack in the grand scheme of things, and their fucking PDF went from a bunch of amateurs to we actually know our shit, because for like 50 years after that, they're constantly getting attacked from orcs that are just hanging out in the hinterlands because you can't stomp out an orc infestation.
Yeah. Moving on.
And there goes all of the watchers. See, we went all the way down to 6. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Quick. You're effective.
What's up, Grant? There's a reason nobody wants to talk about Warhammer on non-Warhammer related channels. It's because we don't like Warhammer.
So, Grant,
I'm gonna put this out there, right? The only reason I ever got involved with Warhammer, and it was Warhammer Fantasy, not Warhammer 40K, because I think 40K is even dumber, was because there was a chance that I might get laid. And when that didn't pan out, I quit playing and I sold the minis.
Damn right.
That's petty.
What was his
And you
name?
immediately got laid, right?
No, I didn't. It was it was a pretty nasty dry spell in my 20s. This is the whole thing. I was trying anything and everything, including spending way too much fucking money on minis I didn't even give a fuck about. So
Yeah.
What was your
Nobody
army?
likes you when you're 23.
Hey, pussy makes you do weird shit.
Wait, Sam, what
That
was
is
your army?
true.
Huh? Oh, Chaos Undivided.
Gotcha.
I had a very nihilistic point of view about the whole thing.
I got a channel. I can't remember the name of the channel, but it does these one-off AI writings of like, what if so-and-so ended up in 40K? And one of my favorites I've come across is what if Saitama ended up in 40K? He shows up with his groceries and he's just trying to find a hot plate to cook some noodles the whole time through.
See, my favorite thing about those videos is often the person making those kinds of videos do not understand 40K, and either 40K would win because it's so awesome, or 40K would lose because this thing. And I'm just like sitting here
bro,
like, you're a
it's
retard.
Saitama. It's One Punch Man himself.
Yeah, no. Saitama would literally, like, that's an example of a dude that I would just want my fucking noodles. Some chaos sorceress trying to kill him, and he just like bitch slapped him. Where's my noodles?
That is exactly how it went down. And then he managed to get in touch with like the Human Imperium, and they did like this big long freaking spiel. And his response was, "So does anyone here have a hot plate?" And the general was like, "Can we get this man a hot plate immediately?" And while they're doing the meeting on what they might want him to do next, he's fixing his noodles. And it's like, "Hey, I hate to impose, but does anyone have any onion?" And the general stands up and goes, "Do you see that monster there?" He's like, "Yes, it has onions." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll be right back." And he leaves and runs and goes and slaps the shit out of it. Comes back and is like, "They didn't have any onions," but the general's standing there with like 2 armfuls. He's like, "I found them." That monster
Your reward,
has salt.
adventurer.
Yeah, no, that's the one of two kind of 40K what ifs that I like. The one where you're taking a character who's just so fucking incompatible, it's funny. Saitama, Goku, fucking Ben 10, like all of those are always fucking hysterical.
There was a great
Ben
line in there
10.
though. There was a great line in there, though. It was right after Saitama decided to fuck off, right? He leaves and goes back through whatever portal brought him. And the general, one of the admirals looks over at the general and goes, "Did you get it?" And he's got, "We got 2 samples." Contact the Imperium of Man. This needs to go to the Emperor immediately. Basically, somehow they got a sample of his blood and they're sending it into the Mechanicus or whatever.
Megas Biologus. Megas Biologus would be
Nobody
the member.
Nobody cares.
What is it? Megas
Yeah, no,
Biologus is a
matters.
member of it. It's something Biologus.
I don't think that. Okay. It's fine. It's whatever.
I was the one
Someday.
talking and I stopped caring.
If I did this with Harry Dresden, would you all give a shit? Because those are good books.
They are
I
really
don't
good
know
books,
enough
and I've read
about that.
all of them.
No spoilers.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
was
TV show
working on
was
it.
pretty good
Dear
too.
God, I want that fucking trench coat.
I watched some of the TV show, but I wasn't super impressed with it.
It was very, very, very watered down. Very.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way.
What was it
In
like?
the very
first or
beginning-
second episode where he says like, "There's only one thing that walks around, and it's something else's skin, a skin walker," and I was like, "Okay, that's dumb as fuck. I think I might be done with this show."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the show was kind of dumb. I watched all of it because I'm a Harry Dresden fan, but the very, very opening sequence that Harry's origin story derives from a blood, sex, magic ritual.
Hey,
that
no,
went horribly
no
wrong.
spoilers, no spoilers, please.
It's not a spoiler.
I'm only at White Knight. I haven't picked up a copy of Small Favor. Please,
Dude,
no spoilers.
Listen, it was in fucking, what is it, Rolling Storms or what the fuck ever, the second book where he has that nightmare. And the nightmare is him in the cage with the chick in the other cage and all of that shit. That's the fucking origin story, bro.
Okay, just making sure you weren't hitting me with anything I haven't read yet. Because
No,
my buddy who got me onto these books was like started gaffing about like it was I hadn't gotten around to. I think it was
it's like Harry Potter with a sawed off.
Yes. Only way cooler. Way fucking cooler.
He has this amazing way of being like, because he's got that trench coat, right? And like shit hits the fan, magical stuff's happening. He's burning everything in existence, and in the middle of it, he whips out an old fucking Doom double barrel and just gives him the old kablaya. It's like not all magic is magical, motherfucker. Shoots 2 foot deep in an elephant.
Listen, I may not have my blasting rod and I may be out of spells, but I ain't out of shells, bitch. Time to learn why I'm an American wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to be confused with America Wizard. 2 completely different things.
Yeah. Anywho.
Have y'all seen the Villain Hotline shorts?
Yes.
No.
Some of those are fucking great.
We're going to be moving on, I think, to the next thing here.
All right.
Let's
So
start now.
according to this, leading report says CIA has been accused of covering up incidents linked to directed energy technology per Catherine Herridge.
Now, I have not followed
what
up on this.
shock.
I just thought this was fucking hilarious.
Wait.
Because of course they have. You know, like despite being constitutionally
Directed
barred
energy weapons have been used in the battlefield for at least a decade and a half.
Yeah,
they've been used
like-
in the private sector for a little while too. Lahina, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's
Allegedly.
Yeah, what he said. Sure.
Sure.
yeah, like
I mean,
I think it was
yeah.
I think 3 or 4 years ago the Pentagon had greenlit the application of a laser defense system to basically kind of replace flares. So instead of popping flares, you just mark the incoming missile, and then a laser system would mounted to your jet would target it, shoot it with a laser, and then it would detonate. Like we've had relatively effective point to hit laser weapons.
Mhm.
It's just a power cost it's been a battery thing. So you'd have to mount it to some kind of vehicle, which at that point, most of the stuff we already have. Like if we're trying to use it as an anti-infantry platform,
You were
a
thinking
50
about
cal.
stuff that they actually like the public has known about for at least 2 decades.
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying
They've
about.
gotten around to miniaturizing it to a much more portable and usable form.
Oh, it's absolutely like that episode of Stargate where
Well,
what was his?
I got permission to play with a Type 4 laser in fucking high school. This would have been back in 1998.
Yeah, no, that
Like, you know
yeah,
what
so,
you can do with a Type 4 laser?
lots of things.
You can literally burn a hole through
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah, like
You could burn a hole through lots of stuff if you left it on long enough.
yeah, but it's like the episode of Stargate
See,
where they
that's
were
the
like,
part
shit-
a lot of people don't get.
Don't
They
get.
think of laser as heat. It's not heat. It happens to get hot. Laser is coherent light.
Mhm.
It's like just this side of plasma.
Mhm.
And
They are
that's
fun.
weird.
Well, directed energy weapons aren't restricted to simply the light spectrum.
that's the real scary thing about like lasers. Like, is the fact that you could make one that you just can't see.
You know what's really
Yeah.
funny? So I played through Crimson Desert, and there's a point where you can actually get a mech. And when you get the mech, you can equip the mech with a laser. And guess what color the laser beam is?
Doesn't have a
Would
color.
it be blue by any chance?
And not just any blue, but
Of
the
course.
blue. And guess
The
what
blue.
happens? And nothing
Yeah.
happens until you land it on specific things, and then explosions happen. Anyway, I just thought it was fucking
I's
fun.
new foot.
Sorry, I'm having a sneezing fit.
Okay. Bless you, I guess.
Carry on.
Sneeze out.
Footage is now starting to surface of the scientist that was researching anti-gravity. She's in a complete panic in the video, saying that she was being hit by some kind of energy weapon and she has the burns on her body to prove it. Her name was Amy Eskridge, and she wasn't just working on free energy, she was actually trying to research how to manipulate gravity
I heard about this.
itself.
Is
She
she dead?
claimed that this has been
I heard
I think- I
something
think- I
about
think
it.
she-
I don't remember what.
Yeah, not a lot, but yeah, I think that she turned up dead at a certain point.
Cooked.
discovered 4 different times, and every single time it was covered up before it could go public. In the video, she's working on a computer that isn't even connected to the internet. She says that somebody is scanning what she's typing through the window, and it's burning her hands while she's typing.
My hands still burn because there's damage, but it's like my body relaxed when we barricaded the heat, and it was like, oh, like relief, like immediately.
Whenever she went to block the window, she said that the burning stopped immediately and there was an outline of her body left on the glass. You can literally see her posture in the window as if it was an x-ray. A former CIA weapons expert on her team identified the exact device, and he said that it was powered by car batteries inside of a vehicle that was parked outside of her home. And actually, for 4 to 5 years straight, she reported multiple different times that an Eastern European man in a Lexus had been parked outside of her house watching her. Amy Eskridge is the woman that texted her friend and said that if they say that I did this to myself, I did not. And then they ruled it as self-inflicted. She predicted exactly what they would say. They said it. I'm going to be staying updated on this, so make sure you add me and come back for more.
She would be the first person to say I wouldn't do something to myself that something happened to that they then said, oh, they did it to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there's those people that shoot themselves in the back while tied to a tree with. Never mind. I'm sure that was
Sure, but that's
Right.
not how those weapons work.
Well, is she friends with Hillary Clinton?
I mean, it's how Hillary Clinton's weapons work.
Yeah.
You know, they, she's got
Maybe,
a suicide
yeah.
ray. Lapose free energy, so solar. I don't think so. I think she's talking about cold fusion in so many words.
Yeah, like if you can get freaking, because solar, that's pretty much always going to be a gimmick. If you can get cold fusion reasonably affordable and going optimally,
Hold on.
like that would kill so many fucking
Hold on.
individuals.
we
Yeah.
can get cold
If you can
fusion,
just get
period.
cold fusion like it's
No.
nothing.
Listen, not reasonably affordable. If we can accomplish cold fusion, period, it becomes immediately affordable.
Yeah.
Well, so it would be Like you wouldn't just, hey, we figured out cold fusion and start rolling it out to the general market. It would still take
but
time in
the
between that
power.
point and now.
See, here's the thing about that. There's a given amount of power that comes out of that. You kind of got to use it or blow it. You don't really have much. You can't really store it. We're talking about joules beyond the kin. You can't store that.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I think it's happened. I think people have figured it out. I think they figured it out more than once, and I think they've been shut down because you can't make a profit on something like that, not long term.
yeah. Or even if you could, there's so many invested interests in it that like they would not be the ones to make a profit on it. So they would want to get rid of it.
Yeah. 10th Man says, explain cold fusion. All right. So best I know to how to explain it is like the sun or solar bodies operate on hot fusion, right? So now they put out, and it's a self-sustaining thing. Like it burns and produces its own fuel, sort of a continuous cycle. But the output of radiation is so massive that there are some issues with trying to attempt hot fusion on Earth, right? Like, for example, burning a hole through it. The planet, I mean.
Right. So I have a tiny problem with that part.
Cold fusion is
that's my catch.
That we can achieve that without the radiological output, right? In terms of the harmful radiation, the gamma waves and et cetera and all. So the idea would be that you could produce the same kinds of levels of energy in a sort of self-sustaining fashion without basically giving everything on Earth cancer. That's the dream. That's the goal. But I'm also not a nuclear scientist, so that's about as lame.
Still very much a dream.
Oh yeah, no, it's like we don't have it. If we had it, things might be running a little bit differently in terms of the energy sector, at the very least.
There would be a lot of things.
And I'm not saying any of these scientists actually created cold fusion. I think that they might have mathematically figured it out, though. If that makes more sense. Like they may have found the formula. Like, did you guys ever see that movie Chain Reaction with Keanu Reeves and Morgan Freeman back in the day?
Fuck yeah, I did. That's it. Was the bomb, bro. I love that.
It was a good movie.
Same with the
really
Saints.
good movie. Very
Like a
underrated.
Twinkie. Like a Twinkie.
I don't like that. Stop it.
Yeah.
You're a good movie, Sam. Just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, just for the record and just to put this out there, I in no way intend to harm myself. Something happens to me, somebody else did it.
Yeah, blame the Clintons.
It was me.
It was probably him.
I mean, you kind of work for the Clintons now, dude.
You do. You're definitely.
What do you
part of
mean,
that
kind of?
industrial military yeah, kind of.
Hold on. The fuck you mean kind of? Put some fucking respect on that shit. The fuck you mean kind of, my
I don't
dude?
put respect on anything with the name Clinton attached to it.
There ain't no kind of it on it, dog. There ain't no half measures. There ain't no maybes. 100% government property, bought and paid for. Minimum 4 to 8 year warranty. Hopefully
This
20.
Clinton plague bitch. Christ.
Hey, not just them. Not just them. It's a long list of people.
They
Very
ain't
long
worried
list.
about Abe though. They figure the Muslims will get him.
No, there's also fucking BlackRock, the oil companies, motherfucking George Lucas. Like, there's a long list of people. Long list of people.
George Lucas.
George motherfucking Lucas, yeah. I don't quite know how he fits in, but he's there somehow.
Fair enough. Anywho, I just thought that was an interesting little side tangent there. The CIA being blamed for covering up shit like that. And maybe there's something to it, maybe there's not. We do know that they've been operating on American soil, that in ways that they shouldn't have been, in ways that they're technically unconstitutionally barred from doing, which is to say at all.
When has the Constitution stopped the government from doing bad shit?
Well,
Touche.
You're also assuming it's the government. Didn't she say that the person outside in the car looked Middle Eastern? It could be the freaking
Eastern European.
or Eastern European. So yeah, I miss.
Yeah.
Same
Also,
thing.
also to your point, I've been told, like, by people from Eastern Europe or from the Caucasus, I've been asked, "Are you from Eastern Europe?" And I'm like, "No, freaking I'm an American mutt. I got none of that shit." So the label of Eastern
Because
European.
you're a fucking Khazarian.
Don't fucking call me Jewish. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not a fucking Jewish mongrel. Bite me.
I will say this, kid, is that you do kind of resemble some of them orphans that went missing from Romania.
What does that
Nailed it.
mean?
Oh yeah, you're right.
What does that mean, you fucker?
If you aged them up on the milk carton, right, you'd get you.
I don't even know what that's a reference to, fuckface.
How are you related to Ben Shapiro?
You were too young. You don't remember.
Oh, it's still happening now. They just don't care anymore.
Why are you Ben Shapiro's son?
I'm not.
Are you sure about that?
Like I've told you guys,
Looking up at your sister.
listen, if y'all freaking actually Sam's got a higher likelihood than the rest of y'all of meeting my dad, since my mom and him have kind of fallen in love with Montana, Wyoming. If you ever see a dude in his 50s that looks like an older me, that's probably my dad, because I look exactly like him when he was younger. The only difference between me and him, this is the scary thing. The only difference between me and him at my age, and I know this because of my grandma's pictures of him when he was my age, is I'm like probably 80 pounds lighter than he was, and I don't smile. Those are the only differences between me and him at this age. So, yeah.
Oh man. Do I think Kat Dennings is attractive? I mean, as long as she's quiet, yeah.
She's got them
Parts
jubies.
of her are very attractive.
I don't particularly. I find her voice somewhat grating. But yeah, as long as she keeps her mouth shut, sure. Or filled. Filled is good. Anyway, that's all I'm saying is about that. Although, if you are in fact related to Ben Shapiro, can you hook me up with a sister?
I'm not. Dog, I'm not fucking Jewish.
Let's make it a three-way.
Go talk to motherfucking Brian Shapiro. He'd be able to help you out.
Would you fuck me?
I'd fuck me.
Rabbi should do.
No. That is only slightly less. That is only slightly less offensive than Sam calling me
Nailed
Army.
it.
Fuck that. Fuck
Hey,
that.
Sam.
No.
Sam, I put
Absolutely not.
I put something in the chat, the CITV chat on.
Oh,
If it's
Okay.
me and a motherfucking yarmulke, if it's me and a motherfucking
No.
yarmulke, if it's me and a goddamn
not-
yarmulke.
I'm not that quick at changing.
Okay,
stuff.
Give
good.
me a minute.
Okay, good.
No, but
Good.
yeah, we're working on it.
You do. I was expecting more of you, and I apologize.
yeah, we can't bring this up.
Why not? There's no nudity.
I'm not talking about the nudity, man.
The fuck? I'm driving. I want to know.
Also, I have to do a whole rigmarole. Could you, if you want it to come up, could you put it in the link in the private chat here?
Yeah, I can put it in private chat.
Because yeah, I can't. Otherwise, I got to go through a whole rigmarole to do it because my shit sucks ass.
There we go.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, there it is at the. The fuck is? That's Yeah, we might get in trouble for this, but it's fine.
Hold on. Let me watch the rest of this.
Hold on.
No,
Why did
it's all good.
Why did that sound like a dolphin? That was really happy.
I don't know.
No,
No, you're gonna go with no. Okay,
just no.
all right, because we are also streaming to Sasquatch's
Sex
channel.
workers are people too, damn it.
Do it.
Are we breaking it up? What we're doing?
I'm not. Hold on. Let me get off of that shit.
Hold on.
If you don't, I will.
No.
Squatch.
What you're saying, you're missing the point here, guys. Is that we're also streaming directly to Sasquatch's channel. Anything I get hit for, so does he.
Right, no, that's my question. Squatch, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is this?
The AI is going to nuke it as soon as the second shot goes off.
So like a 6?
There is no nudity.
You're promoting, from their perspective, you're promoting
it's not
firearms.
just about nudity. We're getting hit for firearm shit in the U.S.
Yeah, firearms, violence. He's aiming straight at a chick, even if she is a big illusion in the sky.
I show most of those things, and they never hit me. So
Right, but aren't you a smaller channel than
There-
Squatch?
Is a
Yeah.
difference in enforcement between subscriber counts sometimes.
Like, you and Sam might be able to survive that shit because they're not paying attention, but like Squatch does have a much bigger subscriber count, so they're probably watching him a little bit closer.
Dude, if that were the case, I wouldn't have gotten hit for Dermy saying something about putting Adam in an oven like 3 years ago when I had
Okay, hold on. Counterpoint. Kyle runs Hollywood, okay?
That doesn't refute anything, man.
No, it just means there's a higher bar for standard when it involves Kyle.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if that were the case, like, you know, then that wouldn't have happened then, and that was years ago. I had like a half to a third of the subscriber count I do now.
Fuck, I was still in college when that shit happened. I was working at a Costco.
Yep. Also, still fucking funny, YouTube. You missed out. Just saying. And for
You
some
still
reason,
have it, like, do you still have the short, or is it just completely nuked?
no, I have it on my fucking hard drive, man. They didn't take it from me. I wasn't gonna let that happen.
No, I meant like on your channel. Like, isn't it still a short?
Oh,
Or,
yeah,
like,
no,
is the whole...
It's not a short. It's a shorter video, but it was a video. But no, it's not available to anybody but me. Even if I want it to be available to other people, like I can't send you a link and it just say this video has been removed if you went to it. By
I got-
YouTube.
okay. Fucking YouTube.
I can watch it so that they can prove to me that why I'm bad. But you know, but I also have a copy of it. It's up on Rumble. It goes back a couple of years though. There's also a copy of it on my hard drive because I think it was a fucking funny clip.
Right, I'm editing this bitch in real time.
Oh, okay. Oh no, never mind. I know what this is. Yeah, I saw this a while ago. Okay, I was expecting something way worse.
So, anywho, we did have some other things to get to. I don't even remember all the things that I put in the thing. I sort of sidetracked my own goddamn show with the orc
We
thing.
got Mario Nawful
Oh yeah,
saying
okay.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter, Bernice
Oh,
King,
right.
just released a statement. She's
Yeah.
attacking the conviction of Carmelo Anthony, the teenager who stabbed Austin Metcalf to death, because the jury had no black members. She's pushing the usual racial disparity and justice narrative. Justice isn't supposed to be a racial headcount. It's supposed to be about facts.
I think there's the actual statement that she put out
Right.
there, signed
We'll
and
do
everything.
this. I was trying to figure out if I should do it in an annoying black voice.
I think
But no.
I think you should do it in like I don't know, do it like as the Cowardly Lion.
Carmelo Anthony, a black teenager, has been sentenced to 35 years in prison after being convicted by a jury.
You can't do it. You can't get any further than that.
I'm so
They-
sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I understand. It's hard to keep up.
Carmelo Anthony, a black teenager, has been sentenced to 35 years in prison after being convicted by a jury with no black jurors. Whatever one believes about the verdict itself, we cannot ignore the larger truth that many Americans are wrestling with. Justice is still being administered through a system with a long history of racial disparity in sentencing and punishment. This requires more than reaction. It requires moral honesty about who is deemed dangerous, whose pain is centered, and how differently accountability has often been applied in America. If we want justice worthy of its name, it cannot be shaped by race. Right? No, she's totally right on that last line. The rest of that is communist comedy gook.
100%. No, I mean, I happen to agree. I also happen to think that this particular outcome, I don't think it was about race. I think it was about the fact that this one asshole kid killed another asshole kid over a fucking seating arrangement.
Yeah. And the fact that, well, I mean, like that part sadly doesn't really matter anymore because now you've got like both sides of the argument are basically using the situation for their own bullshit. One side going, circle the wagons, they've made an attack against us. And the other side going, look, they're circling the wagons. They're different from us. That means they can't be trusted. Da-da-da-da-da, savages. And it's getting really
darker than us.
Yeah. It's genuinely getting really fucking annoying to see because both sides are just a bunch of mewling animals from where I'm
why
standing.
I'm bringing it up is because this is kind of fucking annoying, especially coming from somebody with that particular name. You were kind of sick of it. But BTK saying here the jury was not all white, but it was all American. Now I keep hearing that it was an all white jury, and that's why they convicted. That's the story that I keep hearing. Now I'm kind of starting to think though that these might be an all white jury in the same way that Kyle Rittenhouse shot black people.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't all white jury. There were Middle Eastern, there was Hispanic people on it. It was half white. They just weren't no blacks. But where in the fucking Constitution does it say you get a jury of people who are the same skin color as you?
Your peers.
Peers are the people in the community.
But that's what I'm saying is if you look at his community, the makeup of his community, they're like 1% black or something in that community or some shit. It wasn't like supposedly. So it's not like he fucking got, there was like 3 black women or something, but the reason they kicked them off the jury, the reason they had them excluded because they were all teachers and they thought a teacher is hard to convict a young boy like that because they sit there and see them as a student. Like that could be my student. I could be, and so that's why they were taken off, not because they were black.
No, and I get that. And that's what I'm saying though, is like these guys were all white the same way that the guys that Rittenhouse shot were black.
Yeah. I mean, this
because
is the same
remember
story.
That was the narrative too for a long time, was that the 3 guys that Rittenhouse shot, the 2 that he killed and the 1 he wounded, were all black guys.
Yeah.
That he was a racist white piece of shit who was out shooting black people. That was what they said for a long fucking time. Obviously, that turned out not to be the case, and I think this all-white jury nonsense is only coming from one side of the argument. People who are lamenting a murderer going to prison for probably not even long enough, given the circumstances, the fact that he felt no fucking remorse for it, the fact that they raised $4 million on fucking GoFundMe or some shit like that for his defense, and his parents squandered all of it on bullshit.
Yeah, but he used a public defender. So not only did he swindle the people that were supporting him, he swindled the American taxpayer, didn't have any fucking remorse, but it doesn't matter because the people that are defending him look at him and go, he's of our group, he's of our tribe, we need to fucking circle the wagons. And yet and yet they consistently appeal to men like MLK, he was a fucking communist and a few other things, but his message of, hey, focus on character, not optic, otherwise we're not going to be able to make a functional system. They keep pointing to him and his works, and yet they don't even listen to his own damn message. And it's...
Breathe, my brother, breathe.
Yeah, no, sir. I get...
Take into account that I think that they were operating on his character, his unapologetic, unremorseful, murderous character.
Yeah. Oh, they totally think that's okay. Like they think they're fine with that shit.
Only when white people are the dead ones.
Or when it's a fucking black on black, but it's gang related. Like they don't care.
No, they don't even care about that at all. That's not like an okay thing or a not okay thing. It's a non-thing as far as they're concerned. Because if it wasn't,
exactly,
they'd be raising hell one way or the other about it.
Yeah,
but they don't.
Only care.
Silent. Fucking crickets.
Yeah, they only care when an outsider comes in and hurts one of theirs. That's when they decide, oh shit, we need to care.
You remember a couple years ago on this channel, we used to give like fucking weekly updates on how many people were shot in Chicago that weekend?
No, I don't think I did. I don't think I remember that.
It was a thing. We'd be like, oh yeah, this many people fucking shot in Chicago this weekend for no fucking reason. And next week, oh yeah, it was this many people, right? Nobody talks about that shit. Nobody talks about that shit. You're 100% right about that. But that's my point, is they don't care one way or the other about that shit. The only reason that they care about this case in particular was because it was high profile enough that they're, you know, they can use this as saying, oh, they're making an example.
Well, it's not just that. It's good.
No, you go. I've been talking way more, man.
They'll sit there and they'll point to this and say this proves that the justice system is racist and stuff like that. They don't take into consideration how many cases we've had over the past couple years of black people killing white people and then getting completely away with it. Just like the Rezina Teruska or whatever, the dude who stabbed her on the thing, just found that he was unable to stand trial. So he's going to pretty much get away with it.
After 11 other instances of being released on similar charges, whether 14, it's aggravated assault, murder. 14. Sorry.
What about those those black boys that beat that white kid to death? I think it was at LeBron James' school. His friend shot at them with those water BBs, and then they pulled over a couple things down. The kids come running up. His friends get in the car to take off. They catch him, even though he wasn't the one with the gun, beat him mercilessly. I think he died from a brain bleed. And then they, I think, got like nothing time-wise.
Yeah.
Even though they beat an innocent kid to death while he was just trying to calm stuff down.
Yeah. And the absolutely fucking annoying thing about that, like the genuinely annoying thing about this to me is like it gets harder and harder it gets really fucking hard to dispute the ideas of, hey, some people just are incompatible with civilization on just a fundamental level. And the part of that that's really bad for me is from where I'm approaching it, you only have two solutions at that point. Accept that you can't change things or start stacking bodies. And I don't want to live in a world where you have to make that choice. But it gets harder and fucking harder to see no, you can change things. You can make people better. You just need to show them the correct path.
So there's a final solution, you say?
So what you're talking about is if you give them time, eventually they'll come around to thinking that they can make people better. Did you learn nothing from Miranda, sir? Miranda is a case study in how this goes horribly wrong.
No, fuck no. I'm not saying if you just give them the opportunity, they'll figure out their faults. What I'm saying is when your puppy pisses on the rug, you grab it by the head, you shove it in the piss, and you say no until it learns that you don't piss on the carpet. You go to the door, you whine, you get let out back. When a community as a whole does a bad thing, you punish the community until they stop doing it. But we don't have the fucking stomach to actually do that, and we're getting to the point where the solution.
See, that's where I disagree with you. Right there is punishing the community. Right, that's where I disagree with you because that's commie shit.
Well, when a community of people are like 70%, when a community are condoning an action,
or
you need to freaking. No, I'm clarifying my point.
Your point is if one person steps out of fucking line who lives in a neighborhood, fucking spank the neighborhood. That's what your point is.
No. It's if a person does a bad thing and the community goes, fuck yeah, keep doing it, let's go. That community needs to be shown that's a bad thing. You shouldn't be doing it. And that's
you do that by punishing the individual harshly.
And then they get out and they decry the fact that he's being punished.
I think
Go ahead.
I think they do need to punish the person who does it. Obviously, what they need to do is stop listening to the bitching from the community, because that's the problem. Is what we should be doing is when they're sitting there going, injustice, this is blah, blah. We should say, man, fuck you, and shut the fuck up. I don't care what black people feel about this. Fuck you, you stupid asses. You're not going to fucking convince me that this kid killing this person should be forgiven because some prior sins of slavery and shit like that and injustice. Fuck you. He killed the kid. He fucking was found guilty. Throw him underneath the fucking bus and run him over. I'm sorry. Where we've come to this point in society where we're sitting there and we give validity to people bitching about this kind of shit when we should just be ignoring it. And if they get out of hand because we're ignoring it, well, then we'll put them under the bus too.
Yeah, sorry.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with Martin Luther King Jr. on one specific thing wholeheartedly. Content of character. Judged on the content of their character. I believe in that, and I think that that's what we should be doing. If you act like a fucking murderous, little bastard like Carmelo Anthony has, right? Completely unapologetic, took another boy's life, right? Yeah, he should be punished to the full extent of the law because he is behaving according to, as he's shown us, his character. That doesn't mean that everybody who pops off on fucking social media shares that character. They're in their fields, they're looking for views or whatever. That's just the fucking society we live in right now. That does not mean that we go after them too. What it does mean is that if they start acting like murderous bastards themselves and offing people, yes, punish them. If they don't, fucking don't, because everything else is under freedom of speech.
But you're conflating what I'm saying. The people who are just on there,
I was arguing with Shadu. Sorry.
Them. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. No, I was saying the people on there who are talking shit. Like I said, I just ignored them. I'm talking about these assholes who are like punching people for no reason and going, "You were sitting on the jury or whatever." They're doing this in states where the people weren't even in there. Like it happened in Florida, and it's all like, what? Like the dude has nothing to do with that. Those kind of people, like I said, lock them up. We should be arresting every single one of them that thinks that's okay, and that's how we deter it. Because if they actually caught these assholes, they got them on camera. These assholes are stupid. They put themselves on camera doing this. Catch them, fucking put them in prison, throw the book at them. That's what's going to stop it. But right now we don't have that. Right now they'll do this kind of shit, and then they'll get excused out of it.
And like I said, throw the book at people who actually commit crimes. Sure. What I'm disagreeing with Shadu on in particular, and I see that we've got panelists arguing in chat over this. That is kind of funny. I'm not done, kid. Where I disagree with you is that freedom of speech includes freedom that you don't like. It includes speech that you don't like. It includes speech I don't like too. Even the ugliest shit that you're hearing right now about, like, oh, maybe we should go out and do some awful shit to fucking white people just to, all this stuff. It's like, it's an awful fucking thing. They have the right to say it, unfortunately, because if they don't, then we don't have the right to say anything either.
Yeah.
About anything. Freedom of speech is either total or it doesn't exist. Cheering on a murderer, as despicable and ugly and awful as that fucking is still within their rights.
Yeah. And
disagreeing with a court decision is well within their rights.
Oh, absolutely. But a whole community of people absolving the actions of murderers time and time again, like, they need to be shown that that's not fucking okay. And I'm not saying
not within the bounds of the Constitution. It's not. You're trying to punish thought crime. That's literally what you're trying to say, is you don't like what they're saying, so they should be punished.
Yeah, I'm saying that they are supporting violent action against people because they are of not their tribe. Yeah.
You are supporting violent action against people with your words.
What I am saying is, no. What I am saying,
this is gay as fuck. Let's look at some titties.
No. What I'm saying is, you've got bad people doing bad shit from one community that gets decried. They get called evil. They get dealt with. A different community will go out of their fucking way to defend them. They'll go out of their fucking way to, when a murderer from certain groups of people are dealt with.
Stupid, but it is their right. Like, it pisses me off too, kid, but it's still their right. Then the second we start stepping on people's fucking rights because we disagree with how they react to something, they're not out there actually killing people. There are a handful actually that have.
Not yet.
But you're not seeing it en masse. You're not seeing fucking they're not taking over fucking a white community center. And
Party just put Elliot Page's tits in chat.
They're not doing it. They're not doing yet. Broken
Look at
windows.
Look at the tits in chat. They're
The
so
point
tiny.
is until they fucking do, kid,
No,
you
terrible
can't do
titties.
shit about what they're saying. Period. It's
So-
constitutionally protected. You don't get to fucking stomp on their rights. You can say whatever you like.
Oh,
And you are,
blindy, if I could, I would.
but you can't.
Oh,
You don't have the right to
died,
do that,
blue
especially-
tan Kleines.
The government.
Start waiting for the bodies to pile up.
You have to.
And
That
do
is
that.
exactly
Then wait
what
for the
we're
fucking
saying.
bodies to pile up, kid. Jesus Christ. Obviously.
Yes.
Because you can't constitutionally do a fucking thing to stop these people from saying what they're saying. So suck it the fuck up like the rest of us do.
On to titties.
That is the second time he's managed to make him stutter tonight. The first time was with a single phrase in chat.
Sam,
Sam's
what
gonna
I've got
start
shared
drinking.
is an edited version of the video without weapons.
The one you have shared down there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We ready?
Yeah.
Is that happening?
Okay, cuts that out. Okay, I see what.
Oh yeah, no, okay, fine. That's fine. The gunfire is unnecessary.
Okay. Sorry for yelling, kid.
All right, let's do a palate
There you
cleanser. I
go.
got something over here. This is supplied by 10th Man from chat. Hey 10th Man, how you doing? Yeah, this is check this out backstage.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently they're having some DEI
That was
issues in
Abby
Popeyes.
Shapiro.
Businesses are being halted and reversed, leaving some employees out of work and confused.
I love working here. I don't know why I got fired. I was always the first one in, last one out. I always help my coworkers out, whether it be on the line or to pass a drug test. I've won Employee of the Month the last 14 months I've been here, consecutively.
They fired the white guy. He's the only worker here that hasn't tried to fight me yet.
They fired Jacob? Damn, he was my favorite. I'm not scared of black people. But one time I came and ordered at the drive-thru and started stuttering, and the black lady asked me if I was retarded.
Well, are you?
Mhm.
Would you know if you were, sir? Shaking customer drove 40 minutes for Jacob's service.
I've been working here for 4 years. My coworkers are like family to me.
Who Jacob? You talking about the white dude? Look like ugly Jesus? I thought he was undercover boss. To be honest.
See, I know this is
Go.
meant to be a palate cleanser, but all this is making me think of is I don't remember the exact term, but it's like changes in customer activity or whatever, where you're seeing free refills and plastic utensils and shit like that just not be offered in places anymore because people are just a bunch of dirty thieves.
Coworker
And it just
said
ties
he
back to
said
that section.
please too much.
Devil is
Some
a
of my
whore, has
coworkers
to
would tell me
drop.
that I'm too polite, but I didn't think that was a fireable offense. One time I did give a woman extra sauce, and when my manager saw that, after he got off FaceTime with his cousin, he yelled at me for a while.
Diversity
Thank you, Tooth Man. That was interesting.
Interesting is precisely the word. Devil, you wanna show before you pop?
No, I don't need a shill. Just wanted to say goodbye. I'll see you guys next week.
He's got a couple of Johns lined up over here. He's gonna go make his shilling.
Yep, I gotta go do my whoring at some point.
Gay shekels, yeah.
I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
All right. See you
See you
later.
later,
man. Thanks
bud.
for being here.
Bye. Have fun
Devil's
storming the
link-
castle.
Devil's link is in the description below. Go check out his channel. He does stuff on occasion.
It's mostly gay stuff.
Yeah. Does a show late Friday night, early Saturday mornings, nearly every week. So go check them out. In fact, they had one this morning that I was not able to make. But anyway, appreciate you being here, man. Have a good night. All right. What the fuck was the next? Oh, right. Okay. I remember this. So I ran across this. This made me laugh in a room by myself, out loud, harder than the banana video did.
Okay.
Okay.
Shh.
Okay.
I miss the old days of the internet.
You know where it's going, don't you?
Don't worry, YouTube. You're not seeing what you think you're seeing.
You knew it was going there.
Oh, that's good shit, bro. Bro. Oh, dude. Dude, that reminds me of a buddy of mine. He had like 3 daughters, right? And so he had like scarlet fever for a while. The whole family ended up with this shit. I come by bringing fucking groceries and stuff, and I end up sitting in there while he runs to the bathroom, and he comes back, and they're doing a tea party. And every few minutes, the daughter leaves the room with the teapot and comes back with water to put in the glasses. And he's over there playing his video game and sipping the teacups. And I was like, hey, Tony. He's like, what? Your daughter's like 3'1". He's like, yeah. So where you reckon she's getting that water from? What do you mean? Can she by herself reach any of the taps in this house?
Jesus.
Well,
no.
Maybe
No.
the tub. And I'm like, yeah. Have you heard her turn on the tub? Is she allowed to turn on the tub? Not at all. So where do you reckon she's getting that water, bro? Oh my God. Like, you've been sitting here 30 minutes drinking that shit that I've been watching.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ,
you know,
Aaron,
if the water's boiled.
Children are
She
cruel, Jack.
Aaron Laura says he seasoned that Xerox like cast seasons his couch. It's a good callback.
Pretty legit.
I am the revolution.
Woof.
That's full on tardated, dude. What's this last thing you got over here?
Fuck, man, that was good. This is so this is that thing I was we were talking about like, backstage. I wasn't sure if we wanted to get into today or not. It's like, I mean, we've got 2 hours. We don't have to, but if you want to, we can.
Well, it's 3 minutes. We'll sit through the 3 minutes and then decide whether or not we're going to end.
Yeah, there'll be stuff to talk about, I think. So,
Jesse, please.
For context, this is Jesse Ridgway. Jesse Ridgway is a YouTuber, old school, been doing this shit 20 years. And some shit happened recently. And this is a response to a lot of the shit that he's been getting online because of a choice he and his wife made. Oh, I suppose I should probably tell you all the choices if you're unaware.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you gotta let the egg in there. I mean, is that for suspense or
they were going to have a baby, and they got some news that there was something. What they said was like a 95% chance that the baby would have Down syndrome, so they yeeted it.
I mean, that's better than Sparta.
I mean, I don't think it's better at all. I have things to say about this guy, and I've been trying not to because I try not to get into like YouTuber bullshit. But this is
okay.
This is like murder.
What do you mean like murder? It is.
I mean,
murder.
like in the Valley Girl sense, where I just threw it in there as filler.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. Sorry.
It's like really bad, yo.
No, I
Like
thought
that.
you meant as
Talking,
in
just-
it's close to murder.
No. You know my feelings on this shit.
Yeah, that's why I was shocked. I'm like, wait a minute, Sam, hold on. I get that, like, you might,
This is a problem with your whole generation. Is y'all have a real problem with like figures of speech. and just the way people talk normally. You're so goddamn pedantic and so bad at it at the same time.
I'm gonna write a book called Idiots and Idioms.
I was worried for a sec. You thought people with Down syndrome weren't people. That was my concern here when you said like murder. Like if someone capped off a freaking guy with Down syndrome, that would just be manslaughter or something.
If she's down, I'm down.
I've worked with special needs for years.
Yeah, no, they're like it's a range, but most largely good people.
And largely some of the happiest fucking people you'll ever meet.
The happiest people
Absolutely, yeah.
Well,
Genuinely, I got a cousin. That
Good
motherfucker
people.
caught a Pokemon one day, and I saw him do the greatest little happy dance ever. Like, I still think about that. I try to imitate it sometimes when I'm happy.
Isle of Bliss.
It's like the truffle shuffle with a turn and a switch. It's like plumbated me.
Yep. Island of Bliss, boys.
Anyway, that's basically the backstory for this whole thing. If you didn't know who Jesse Ridgway was,
Just put your phone down. Don't post anything for a while. Go off the grid. Like, you're being canceled, dude. Like, that's what people are saying to me right now. And I'm like, guys, you don't get it. Like, you're crazy. This is exactly when you talk more about it. It's like when you're squeezing somebody's pressure point. They're like, no, make it stop. Like, no, that's when you keep going. You struck a nerve. It's something that matters. And I'm doing this not just for myself and my wife and my family, but for all the families, all the prospective parents, the women, the single mothers, the fathers who are confused confronting this situation, the
I'd like to
ones
point
that
something
have been told to.
So a couple of things really. Number one is I see that he's positioning himself to be the hero, the one with the banner leading the charge for all those people who might want to off their kids for whatever reason, right? Which is despicable enough. But the other thing is, and again, I'm fully aware that people mourn in different ways, right? I get that. But this does not seem like somebody who made the decision to off his kid a week and a half ago. Not to me.
I mean, for all we know, the moment he heard it was a child with Down syndrome, he might not have seen it as a person, or the moment the moment the child was murdered and removed, he might have been like, oh, well, abortion, no longer a person, yippee-doo, blah, blah, blah. Because we live in a society, because we live in a fucking society, because we live in a state of existence where you can just value and devalue human life on a snap of a whim because of whatever's convenient for you. Like what?
Coming from the kid who was talking about group punishment on some folks for what they said earlier.
Those are
this
people
coming from a Marine. What the fuck?
Those are people who made choices to get where they are. This is a child. This is an unborn child. Children are innocent because they're like they don't know any better. They can't make choices. A fucking unborn baby doesn't even have a chance to breathe. There is nothing more innocent than an unborn baby because it doesn't even get to fucking twitch or move yet. It can't make decisions. So to fucking just even to argue murdering a baby in the womb, that's despicable. To actually take the act is one of the most fucking evil things you can do. Genuinely. I'm probably stepping on some territory that will get me in trouble because of a piece of paper I signed a while back. I don't care. Like, that's just fucking wrong. And the fact that our modern day fucking society is quibbling about whether or not it's okay or when is it okay or why is it. No, that is a baby. We can debate the morality of killing people in certain contexts. That is a discussion, we just kind of sort of had a little bit ago. But, just call it what it is. It is killing a baby. You can justify it all you want. You are murdering a baby. Debate the morality for why you did it, but accept the fucking responsibility that you murdered a baby. This man and his wife murdered their baby because it was inconvenient to bring it to term and raise it.
And worse, right? This is not the kind of thing, like, I get that some YouTubers live their whole fucking lives on camera. I understand that. But there are some things that should be kept to yourself. There's some things that are not public information, that should not be public information. There are some things that just you shouldn't be talking about.
Welcome in,
right?
Abby.
You know, like whether or not, honestly, I don't think they should have been talking too much about the in-depth on the pregnancy at all, let alone what became of it, because I don't think that's the public's fucking business. And your children shouldn't be fodder for content one way or the other, whether however that goes. But the fact that they immediately came out and were telling people, yeah, we made this really difficult decision, and then started making videos like this where he's pushing back against backlash, but in a very YouTuber, I'm doing this for clicks kind of fucking way, right?
Like, why is that something you'd advertise?
So fucking much worse.
I have an interesting observation. Historically speaking, societies that eliminated the bottom 20% of their intellectual capacity would be devoided of the top 20% that's typically available. There seems to be some connection between borderline genius and autism, Down syndrome, and that whole medley of things.
Because you need to be fucking crazy to see the world in a way that's new. Otherwise, new ideas won't be made. Everyone will just do the things the way it was because it works. You need someone who can see the fractals and the breaks in the reality to even comprehend new ideas. And then, Sam, check the chat. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, making sure you didn't.
Yeah, no, I saw it. It's kind of like an airport, dude. It's like announcing it to the chat is one thing. You just mute and then go do your business and then come back and unmute. I can't see that
you can fuck right off, Shadu. Go ahead.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyway,
he's not wrong.
I guess my issue specifically with Jesse Ridgway is that a few days before this, and I don't have that one pulled up, but a few days before this, he came out and he said, during this time, we have been exposed to the darkest side of humanity. And I'm sitting there, I was like, you mean
when you look in the mirror,
you killed your child and you're calling them the darkest side of humanity? Because they didn't murder your child, dude. You did. You and your wife made that decision.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not trying to defend the action, but the thought process behind it, right? I can understand where you're coming from up until a certain point. Once you admit to yourself, especially, and the rest of the world, that it's a human life, it's murder. Up to a point, it's a medical condition. After that, it's murder.
And I guess that's always been the contention, is exactly where that point is.
Exactly. And like had this been like in the first 3 weeks and they did like an amniocentesis thing, and hey, it looks like it might be, serious complications, and you pop a little morning after pill and that's all squashed, and you never talk to anybody but your doctor, maybe your doctor and your priest, maybe your doctor, your priest, and your parents, that's a medical condition. But once you notify the entire fucking world that you have a kid, that's a kid. That's a fucking kid.
Yeah.
That's a kid.
It boggles my mind how one could be so cavalier about this. Now, for some context, chat, some of you have been around long enough for me to have talked a little bit about this in the past. And I know I'm not alone in this. I know there are people out there in chat who have gone through similar. My ex-wife and I, when we were still married and we were still, in the early stages, a lot of humping going on. There was a pregnancy and it ended prematurely, and it was not an abortion. It was a miscarriage. Child wasn't viable. It kind of took care of itself, which was hard enough to deal with. This was an experience that nearly broke us apart, and it nearly just shut me the fuck down. Right? I was not prepared to handle it, and we're talking about a clump of embryonic cells no more than a couple of months old in a womb. Right? Something that I shouldn't, by these people's logic, have any kind of connection to. Shouldn't bother me at all. And trust me, when it's your kid, you feel it.
Yeah.
The idea that anyone who's created a life can voluntarily choose to end it this arbitrarily sickens me to a degree where I start seeing things Shadow's way, which is not good for anybody. And the fact that this man thinks he can come on here and champion the cause.
You also start talking like William Shatner.
It's because I'm trying to be very careful about what I'm saying.
Right. He's picking up my
pause
diction.
acting, it's addictive.
Yeah. Just fuck this.
You want to
guy.
hear the rest of this bullshit or not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeet.
Be silent. It's important that I encourage the conversation, keep talking about it, because I don't want the message and the takeaway to be like, yeah, you're going to get a lot of backlash for aborting a child, when there's, again, 1 million abortions every single year. They're just happening in the shadows. And I
That's
don't want
not a
people to
fucking
think that,
justification. That is not a justification. You adding one more body onto the fucking pile does not make all of the other bodies magically okay. Them existing already doesn't make you adding one more magically okay. What is wrong with people, man? You know, and here's the funny part. I've actually watched this whole thing already. I think I might have blocked some of it out.
Yes, let's traumatize you some more.
We're just going to back down.
It's understandable.
You guys are right. Like, a lot of the pro-life people are wishing death upon me and my wife, which is hypocritical. And a lot of them use God and Jesus as their weapon and their justification. But, like, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not religious. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the Bible. Like, I haven't since I was 8 years.
Well, sir, the Bible is real. It's sitting right over there on the desk, sir. Every hotel you've ever been to.
I mean,
have you ever considered maybe picking it up rather than burning it?
Have you considered that it's possible the Gideons are the only ones getting into heaven?
I had this very conversation with my brother one night when we were in a hotel outside of Atlanta, and I looked over at him and was like, hey man, you know, the Gideons are probably converting more motherfuckers than all the other fucking combined just by leaving these fucking Bibles
I still have a
everywhere.
little Gideon's Bible.
What's up, Vibe? Welcome in, brother. Good to see you. Just by a matter of volume. I mean, it's like back when the communists used to drop leaflets over the enemy trenches, right? Except in this case, it's literally every single hotel room anywhere.
Yeah. And nobody ever sees them. They're like ninjas. They're like
You
little
can't even
scripture
prove they
bearing
exist.
My ninjas.
I've never, let's be fair. I've never actually met a Gideon. I've heard about them. I've seen their leavings in hotel rooms.
Right? I can prove they were here almost like they left tracks, but as far as laying eyes on them, they might as well be ghosts.
Skinwalkers.
They're the
So what you're telling me,
the religious universe.
So what you're telling me
gonna
is
have to get a new tinfoil hat.
if someone ever tries to kick down the U.S. doors, they break in, they're going to be having a bunch of Gideons coming out of every door and corner.
Man, could you imagine it though? What if Gideons are actually like angels and they're just trying to get the actual word of God out? It's like, damn, these humans, they just keep messing everything up.
Right.
All right, back to this guy. servant of Moloch.
And then I learned science, and I was like, "Oh, that makes more sense." But I don't judge people for believing in it.
I
think that's great.
science.
If it's how you want
Yeah, that
to
wasn't dumb.
frame your life and your decisions, that more power to you. When you start to use it as a weapon, then it becomes problematic. People saying go to hell. It's like it doesn't matter because I can't go there. I don't believe in it, and I just can't imagine I'll be ending up in a.
So that's a dumb argument altogether. Like, just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean it's real. Just because you do believe in something doesn't mean that
Throw
it is.
this man in a bin.
Hold on. Is he trying to make the argument that I believe in science, ergo your morals don't apply to me? Is he trying to use a method for determining fact from opinion?
No, what he's
as
saying
in
is
religion.
what he's saying is I don't believe in hell, so I can't go there.
Which means you believe in something, even if it's to not believe in hell.
I mean, what he believes in. He believes in comfort-based decision. He believes what makes me feel good in the moment, and when you judge me for it, you're a bad person because my life is my life. I want to live it how I want to live it. Like
This is one of those people who talk about my truth over the truth, right? Because if somebody ever tells you that they're going to tell you their truth, they're about to lie to you.
Human
I don't
personified place that has fire and brimstone and a man with a pitchfork. Like, I just don't buy it. And even for the religious folks, I mean,
Which is fine.
don't
And
we
look,
believe in
look,
forgiveness?
I don't even care that he doesn't believe in it. That's whatever. I know lots of people who believe in strange shit and lots of people who don't.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's immaterial.
Believe whatever you fucking want. That has nothing to do with anything. But it just the way he phrased that was just kind of like dumb. I was like, okay, well, there are people who don't believe the fucking wind exists, but they're wrong. You can be wrong.
I guarantee
I don't
you.
necessarily believe in the Christian hell either, man. But that doesn't. I wouldn't have said it like that. Is all. I'm saying.
I guarantee you, this is the kind of person to go, oh, you believe you need a magic cloud guy to tell you how to be a good person? You're fucking dumb. After he murdered his own kid, fuck this guy. I don't know anything about this man other than this video and the fact that he murdered his kid. Fuck this guy.
It wasn't just him; it was also his wife. They made the decision to do so together. She's just
Fuck
as
her
complicit
too.
as he is. She just won't show her face online because she probably has a better understanding of how stupid that is right now.
No, like this guy doesn't have the moral strength to even admit it wouldn't have been convenient. Like trying to justify it with, I'm not religious. I don't believe in this. I believe in science. You're a fucking coward. You are a fucking coward who murdered your kid. And instead of taking responsibility for that and having the stomach to go, yeah, I did it because it wasn't convenient, you're hiding behind some fucking bullshit.
Hold on. There's another layer to this I just thought about. If their genetic combination together has produced one Down's kid, it is much, much more likely for them to produce a second one than it would be for literally her and anyone else on Earth.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. There's a chance that they could, if they, try to have another baby, that it comes out normal too.
There is, in fact, that's the lion's share of the
now.
chance.
Sure.
But that's what I was getting into about not knowing exactly where that threshold of for lack of a better term, retardation, right?
Yeah.
And what part of that spectrum do you count as being like the cutoff point for bringing them into this world? I can't parse that out.
Right. Vibe is saying when it comes to deleting babies, I don't think you need a god to say that it's wrong. I agree 100% because I think that it's actually a crime against the species and against the future.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like if you're him and you believe in the science, like if you're like him and go, well, the science, okay, well, let's do science. What is the purpose of humans scientifically? It is to continue the human species. Now, if you want to make the argument that if you want to make the argument that a person with Down syndrome doesn't benefit the species, okay, go ahead, make that argument for me, please, you fucking moral coward.
I can't do that.
No, you can't. But then if it's, oh, well, you can just terminate your offspring when it's not convenient, you can't argue that with science. You can't argue, oh, let me just kill my child because it's not convenient for me to bring it into this world, because that's self-destructive and antithetical to your science of continue the species because evolution. Like,
hold on though, Kadu. If you think it's antithetical to kill people with Downs, why are you going to spend the next 15 years killing them in the Middle East?
I want you to
Did I catch that before Sasquatch?
Oh
did?
my God, dude. Stop it.
Never happens.
I said what I said.
again, Abe, like I said earlier, it's a dude. My moral compunction is not the killing, it's the motivation behind the killing. If a dude's got a fucking AK and he's pointing it at me, I've got no issues clacking him off. The fact that he might have a mental problem, I'm not just gonna clack him for that. Like, that's retarded. That's a waste of ammo.
Speaking of mental problems, you're a Marine.
Yeah, and I'm smarter than 3 people on this panel. That's not me. What's your point?
Oh, no, that's not true.
It absolutely
What's
is
your
true.
favorite flavor, crayon?
Blue.
See what I mean?
Hey, Gals is green.
Favorite kid.
Gals is fucking green. What's your point?
Just saying.
Well,
they all have the same flavor. That's anyway. We shouldn't be deleting anybody. We certainly shouldn't be crowing about it like this on the internet for all to see. You know, and yeah, there are plenty of people supporting him right now, but the majority of the comments under the videos that he's posting like this are dead set against that. Now, I will agree with this thing that he said. He shouldn't be getting death threats for this. And he's right. As he gets to the point where he says this is legal where he is. It doesn't make it moral. It doesn't make it right, but it is legal. He's within his legal rights on this matter.
Privileges, legal privileges.
However, you know, I mean, it's still an evil thing that he did. I absolutely think that there should be some kind of, because I don't see this as any different than what Carmelo Anthony did.
This is worse than what Carmelo Anthony did.
On a practical level, kid. There's no
You
difference.
don't eat the red crayon. You save it to draw the battlefield after.
No. Only legally is there a distinction. And I guess maybe philosophically, if you want to go down that road, but I really kind of don't.
Well, I mean, no, this is worse than what Carmelo Anthony did. Carmelo Anthony killed someone who was like not of his. Carmelo Anthony killed someone who was not of his clan. But separate from that, this was a father and a mother murdering their child. They have a moral obligation to rear and protect that child until maturation, and they fucking killed it. That, I would argue, makes this a worse situation than Carmelo Anthony just murdering someone, because that's bad, but it wasn't someone he had any sort of connection to other than we live in the same general area. They had no blood ties. They had no bonds of loyalty. There was nothing tying them together versus the chains of parent and child being broken with the murder of this baby.
I get what you're saying, kid. That's not what I was saying.
Again, and I apologize.
You know, like I agree with you on the moral grounds of it. What I'm talking about is that legally there's the only real distinction between what happened. He took a life. Carmelo Anthony took a life.
Yeah.
At its basic level, they did the same thing.
Yeah. One's
going to prison for 35 years, which if you ask me, I would have gone with life sentence, but you know, whatever. You know, the other one's making videos on fucking TikTok and Twitter crowing about it, saying, hey, everybody get behind me and do the thing.
Everybody stop being mad at me. All I did was kill my baby. Everybody stop being mad at me because all I did was kill my baby. How'd that work?
Right. So
that new TikTok
you
dance
know,
now?
honestly, I'm gonna get this motherfucker off the screen because I'm sick of looking at him. We should have saved the copier thing for the end of the show.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking back on
we
that.
suck at this whole thing. I don't even know why
That
we do
would've-
this.
That would have been a better way to close out the show with the copy machine because upbeat and all that.
True.
It's gonna be a bit of a downer today, folks. Sorry.
I mean,
It's
if you need
not
something,
anyway.
if you need something
We could-
upbeat to end, if you need something
We
upbeat
could
to end
show
on,
the copy machine thing again if you'd like.
Well, we could. I don't suppose you have the banana thing on hand.
Oh, not that handy. No.
you could also just go to YouTube. You could just go to YouTube, look up America Wizard, and just get a clip from that because that shit's funny as fuck.
That is hilarious. Also, Villain Hotline is especially
That's
good.
also, dude. I recently I've been watching all the Harry Potter movies, and I sat down and I rewatched the Villain Hotline where Harry Dresden fights the Dementors,
Right.
and Voldemort ends
Right.
up running away. Through the
Voldemort
Never
calls
Never.
it as like, I finally got Harry. He's like, clash. I don't think that's Harry, bro. That's the wrong Harry. Is the world on fire currently? Yes. You're so fucked.
Right.
What do you mean you have 17 Dementors left? What happened to the other 7? Did they run away? What do you mean he killed them? That's not possible. He used a fire spell?
Harry can.
Wait,
Why does he
he's
keep talking about a mid-80s car? Fiero?
I think the best villain support ones are probably the ones where, like, the Predators.
Yeah,
are always
Those are
trying to,
good.
those ones are really fucking funny.
Hey, you're fighting a big blue guy? Oh, that's the Tick. He's
Oh,
harmless.
the Tick one was fucking funny.
Wait, what do you mean you just killed a guy in a moth suit? Run.
Wait, is he?
Hello?
Wait, hold on. He's coming towards you? Is he still talking? He's not. Oh, yeah, you guys are dead.
Wait, did you kill the guy in the moth suit? You guys are fucked.
What do you mean? Are his hands blades, or do the blades come out of his hands? I'm gonna need you to be a little more specific.
Oh, was that the one where they went after the Max?
Oh no, dude! It's apparently the Yoncha have gotten a hold of Wolverine and are trying to figure out whether it's Baraka, Wolverine, or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And he's going through the whole list. Sorry, so he's like kind of hairy. Wait, oh, it looks like two Pac-Mans kissing. That's his mask. Okay, all right, yeah, no, you're fucked.
Wait.
That's Wolverine.
Okay, hold on.
Just kill him a lot. You're gonna have to kill him a lot. You'll enjoy this. This will be fun.
Wise ass, red suit. What weapon? Swords. And he's not dying. Oh, you guys might not lose, but you're not winning. That's Deadpool.
I would go so far as to say nobody wins that fight.
Yeah, you guys ain't winning.
I'm not sure
Ain't losing.
Deadpool is a winner. I think
No.
he's more like an unstoppable loser.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's a loser. I think he's a losing.
Yeah, like he's not gonna they're not gonna lose that fight. Like they're not gonna lose to Deadpool, but they're not gonna beat him.
You know what's really funny? There was a comic book a while back called Carnage versus Deadpool. Can you imagine how that went?
I like where
Dude,
this is
that's
going.
Terrifying.
Yeah, especially because Deadpool went and got a hold of the other Life Foundation symbiotes and attached them all to himself. You know, like Lasher and those guys, Shriek.
Right.
Not sure.
Or Scream, rather. Shriek was the chick with the fucking loud-ass voice. Anyway, I think we've digressed enough. I know Sasquatch has got to bounce out of here, so we'll start with you. You want to chill anything before you go?
I got a blast radius tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's with Captain Curmudgeon. I'm not sure about the Naughty Corner this week. I still haven't hammered down the Marathon Kev thing. He's still dodging me, but I'm going to get him. My next planned event is here next week. So
Cool.
that's me, bro.
Yeah. We are creeping ever closer to the 200th episode of Screaming Into the Void as well, which is something of an accomplishment, I think. So
allegedly.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to try and get a couple of people on for that one because we're going to EFAP what the internet did to Garfield. The Super Eye Patch Wolf video. It's going to be glorious.
Seeing as you like Drake. Sorry.
I'm going to see if I can get Mealy K on for that, actually.
That was what I was just about to ask. I was just about to ask that.
She's already pissed at me that I introduced her to that video in the first place. But anyway, Shadu, you want to go next?
Yeah. Howdy everyone on the Shadow of the Hawk. I'm not making content right now, but I can definitely shill out some of my buddies. You've probably heard his name a few too many times already, but Champions of the Ice. He's working on a kind of Fallout, far future sci-fi setting, primarily as a video game medium. Go check him out on Twitter, Champions of the Ice. He's posting some new art, like the I believe they're called the Legion, if I remember the names correctly. A bunch of bastards driving around a big old train. They hop off the train, kill everything around the train, loot their bodies, hop back on the train, and keep going. And a bunch of Sam's gonna like this one. A bunch of near coastal patrol craft that are basically just squids with destroyers as kind of like barding harnesses. So that sounds interesting to you. Go check him out on Twitter. Go check him out on Coffee. Just a little bit of money a month increases his ability to get art out. The more art out, the wider reach he's able to get, more money put in, more time he's able to devote to actually coding and designing the game. So you get a pretty damn good product out of all that. So just if you're looking for something kind of like Fallout, go hit him up.
Fair enough. I kind of resent you saying that I like something just because it's got tentacles. My Uncle Frank's got tentacles, but he eats with a fucking spork. So anyway, Abe, what do you got?
Tomorrow I might be on News of the Week with Sammy 3P. Maybe. But aside from that, that's my week done.
All right,
then the next thing I'll be on is the Jack and Abe show on Tuesday.
Sweet. Definitely go check out Jack and Abe show as well, by the way. It's a grand old time. Jack's in the chat. Good dude. You know, for a limey.
Fuck
anyway,
you.
I know. I just had to throw some in there. A little bit of jab. I think you've been getting off light this episode, so. Anywho, as for me, next thing up probably will be helping out my friend Amira on her channel here tonight. Most like. I'm double checking. I know we had some confusion about that last week. So it does look like we are scheduled for this evening about 9:20 Pacific time. So when that goes live, I'll be helping out over there. There will be a return to game streams at some point. This next week's going to be weird. This last one is weird. This next one would be weird. I don't know how much streaming we'll actually be doing throughout the week. There will be some somewhere. I'm not exactly sure when. But we will be back with Abyssal Musings next Friday night. And back here for more Screaming Into the Void on Saturday. Other than that, I can't really guarantee much because a lot of shit's up in the air right now. But thank you all for coming. Thanks to the panel for being here. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, we're going to get the fuck out of here. Could be worse. That's all I'm going to say. It could be worse because it could always be worse. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.